So guys, we live, guys, we live, we live, we live, we live, my people, we live, guys, we live. Like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, subscribe, guys, subscribe. Smash the like button, guys, smash the like button, like that vid, my guys. Help support us, send in super chat. You can also send in a cash app also to support your boy, guys. Support us, guys. Well, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, all social media. I'm on there, guys. Like the vid. It's a beautiful Friday, guys. Like that damn vid. Subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, guys. We're gonna be talking about Liverpool versus Man City. We're going to be talking about the Clasico. We're going to be talking about N'Golo Kante's injury. Potentially is out of the World Cup. We're going to talk about N'Golo Kante out of the World Cup. We're also going to talk about Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea versus Aston Villa, Arsenal versus Leeds in terms of prediction, and Man United versus Newcastle. We're going to do a quick prediction about that too. But potentially, we will talk about N'Golo Kante versus N'Golo Kante out of the World Cup, and potentially with James too is 50-52. We don't know the extent of the injuries, but we're hearing it might do a scan tomorrow where the scan might eventually show exactly what the severity of the injury is. We're probably gonna know where the injury potentially is gonna be, but we don't know yet. But we're potentially gonna know how long the injury is gonna cause in terms of going forward. But we'll have to wait and see to see how long the injury is gonna cause. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, smash the like button, like the vid, guys, like that vid. Guys, get that likes up. Mod, get the likes up. Mod, get that likes up. Get that likes up. Get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up. Like that vid. Subscribe, guys. Let's go, my people. Yo, my people, how una dey now? I hope you guys are fine. It's a beautiful Friday, guys. TGIF, thank God it's Friday, my people. Thank God it's Friday, my people. Thank God it's Friday, my people. I hope you guys are fine. I hope you guys are doing fine. Like the vid, like the vid, like the vid. Subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, my people. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. So, guys, like I said in the preview, we're gonna talk about N'Golo Kante potentially out of the World Cup. Guys, we're gonna have a long discussion about N'Golo Kante, his injuries and everything. As a Chelsea fan, it's very, very annoying and it's kind of painful for me because my admiration for N'Golo Kante is beyond explanation and is beyond word. So it's very sickening and it's very annoying for me. I feel so sad for Kante, but I can understand the way the Chelsea board are going in terms of going forward. So I'm potentially it might be let go by letting him go out of his contract. Same with Jorginho too. Both of them might potentially go on a free transfer. I'm gonna miss Kante, but it's time to move on because most of the managers that have been in Chelsea have misused N'Golo Kante a lot. They have misused him and it's been used in a different way where I'm like, you guys are overusing N'Golo Kante. But for me, is annoying. But we're gonna talk about Kante. We're gonna talk about Liverpool, Man City, big match of the weekend, the Clasico, Barcelona versus Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu, Newcastle versus Man United, Chelsea versus Aston Villa, and Leeds United versus Arsenal Football Club. We're gonna talk about that too, also. So, but guys, our first topic is gonna be N'Golo Kante, guys. N'Golo, Conte, N'Golo, Conte, N'Golo, Conte. Guys, The report we are hearing now is N'Golo Kante will be out of the World Cup for 3 months, so he will potentially miss the World Cup. Is right now it's sad right now that he will miss the World Cup, but I think for me, it's high time to let go of N'Golo Kante. I think it's time for him to just go because he's giving so much for us that for me, he's giving so much for us that nothing for me that he can give anymore because it's for me, it's that time he just have to go, man. It's that time he has to go. I love N'Golo Kante, but it's that time he has to go. It's a hard time for me. Just have to go on a free. Because the level of the way he's been getting injured for me is like it's very worrying for me as a fan watching. Very, very worrying. Very, very worrying. I'm gonna miss Kante. There's nothing people could tell me where if this man is fit, 100% he elevates the way we play football. But what more can we say? We can't say anything more because it's N'Golo Kante. So what more can I say? Nothing. I can't say nothing more. It's N'Golo Kante. So I'm gonna be very, very annoyed because I rate Kante very highly. So it's gonna be very difficult because Kante is someone I rate very, very highly, but I can understand also why Chelsea fans might be like, I think it's time for him to go. I can understand why. Because people might say, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. I think people might say, is that time for him to go? Which I'm not, for me, which I'm not disagreeing with. I agree with that. I completely agree with that because for me, it's that time for N'Golo Kante to just to go. But the problem now is who do we replace Kante with? That's where the key problem is. Who do we replace him? Because if you're gonna let go of N'Golo Kante, you gotta replace him. You gotta replace him with a quality midfielder. So which quality midfielder are we replacing N'Golo Kante with? I don't know the quality midfielder we're replacing him with. Because we have to find a quality midfielder we're gonna replace Kante with. If we're gonna find a quality midfielder we'll replace Kante with, for me, it's gonna be difficult. This is the way the problem is. We can't find a player like N'Golo Kante. We can't. Right now, we can't find a player like N'Golo Kante. So it's gonna be difficult. Guys, it's gonna be difficult to find a player to player like N'Golo Kante, guys. It's gonna be very difficult to replace player like Kante. But for me, we have to just find a way to fix it for Kante because he's been getting so much of injury. At this moment right now, it's very, very annoying and very, very sickening. But for it said, Todd Bowley discussed two key factors in Chelsea medical staff a few weeks ago. Now, all of a sudden, we have injuries. Why remove the two doctors from the staff mid-season? I don't understand. I think the problem for me is, I think maybe Todd Bowley is thinking they are not competent enough in terms of going forward. Maybe they are not doing their job the way they should be doing their job because I can't blame Todd because maybe he feels these people are not doing the job I want them to do. So I can't blame him because if you feel they're not doing the job they were expected to do, so I can't blame him. So there must be something he's seeing that we are not seeing. We're not seeing. We're not seeing. So we're not seeing. There must be something we as a fans, but so there are things in which Todd Bowley is seeing, we fans are not seeing. So I can understand that. But for me, guys, for me, people in the chat, for me, N'Golo Kante is gonna be missed, guys. I call him Shifoga. He's gonna be seriously missed. For me, he's gonna be seriously missed. I'm gonna miss N'Golo Kante. There's nothing people could tell me. I'm gonna miss Kante because what Kante give us, I know how important and how good of a player N'Golo Kante is. For me, he is a world class player. There's nothing you can tell me. He's a world class. He's a world class player. There's nothing you can tell me. You can't convince me about anything because I know when N'Golo is fit, he is fit. Vote for Fit said Dr. Paco, Chelsea main doctor, was at Chelsea for 20 years. World renowned, boldly dismissed him on his Zoom. Yeah, I heard that too. So there must be something Bowley is doing. Sometimes we as a fans, we blame the ownership of their decision making, but sometimes we have to understand they have their ways of doing things. So we have to just respect the way they are doing things. We can't moon I think we can't moon, but we just have to respect the way they are doing things. So for me, we have to wait and see what the decision they are making going forward. But for me, I wouldn't blame them too much because you can eventually see what they are doing going forward. I just hope what they are doing, everybody is on board with it and we're on the same page. That's where the key. That's where the key is. We have to be on the same page because if the owner is doing something and we don't agree with, yes, we might not be happy with what the ownership are doing. I completely understand that, but they know what they are doing. They know what they want, so we have to respect what they want because they know what they want. But back to Ngolo Kante, guys. People in the chat, I'm sad right now because somebody might potentially leave my club and it might hurt me so bad. I love Ngolo, but I think it's time for us to cut our ties. For me, oh, I think it's time to cut our ties. I know it's difficult to say right now because of the level Ngolo Kante is playing right now, but what else can we do? We can't do anything anymore. Ngolo is Ngolo. You can't replace Ngolo with Ngolo. It's Ngolo Kante is Ngolo Kante. So it's difficult to find a player like N'Golo Kante because he's giving us so much more. And I think where my issue lies with it is manager that has come into Chelsea has misused N'Golo Kante, and it has really affected him a lot in terms of the level, in terms of his injury. That is what that is what is not making me happy because he's been overused a lot by so many managers in Chelsea where this man does not get the rest he deserves. He doesn't get the rest he deserves. He's been overused. He's been used a lot of time where I'm like, why are you overusing N'Golo Kante? So it's tough. It's tough, but I can understand why. Because he's demanding a 4 years, a 4 year deal with potentially extra 1 year more, making it 5 because he wants to retire in Chelsea. But Todd Bowley said no, I'm gonna give it 2 years plus 1 more year. And now they are rethinking the 2 years or 1 more year extra. Because right now they're already thinking about allowing him to go on free, which I'm not surprised about. I'm not surprised about if they're gonna allow him to go on free. I'm not surprised about it. I'm not because the way he's been getting injured, he just clocked 31. He just clocked 31, and the way he's been getting injured for me is very scary. Very scary, guys. Very scary. Very scary, guys. I don't it, For me, the level he's been getting injured for me is very scary. Not as much as I love Conte, but I think it's time for us as the Chelsea fans to cut ties with him. Just let him go for free. We're gonna do our goodbye message and everything for him because we can never find a player like N'Golo Kante. Nope. Because what he give us, majority of our midfielder players like Jorginho, Mateo Kovacic, Mason, and other Ruben Loftus-Cheek can give us what N'Golo Kante give us. But because he's present, even 50% of N'Golo Kante can win us matches because we know how good of a player he is. Even his presence also says a lot about how good of a player he is. But I think this might be the first time where we might miss out on N'Golo Kante not going to the World Cup. It's harsh, it's tough, but I think it is that time you just have to for me we just have to accept for me right now. You just have to accept the reality that N'Golo will not go to the World Cup. It won't. There's nothing we can do about it. It would not go to the World Cup. It won't. It won't go to the World Cup. I think this is gonna be the first time he's not gonna go to the World Cup because the injury for me, uh that injury for me is like because I think he came back and I think in the training he had a setback where I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? He had a setback, and that setback is gonna be out for like three months. That's tough. That's gonna be tough, man. That's tough watching as a Chelsea fan because people might say whatever they want to say. Is that time for him to go? He's past it as a player. He doesn't do more the way he should be doing. He's not been highly rated a lot in terms of that aspect and everything. Guys, I get what you guys are saying, but you can't neglect what N'Golo Kante give us in terms of his presence, the way he plays in terms of his presence, the way he plays, and also how comfortable it is where people play around him. It's difficult, but when we replace N'Golo Kante now, we have to buy midfielder that we know okay. It's not gonna do N'Golo Kante, but at least he will do the job we is required in the midfield to do. Yeah. You replace N'Golo Kante, you bring someone in. So who are we gonna bring in? I'm not sure. I'm hearing we're gonna bring in Jude Bellingham and who again? I've forgotten the second person we're gonna bring. We're looking to bring in two midfielder. So to replace N'Golo Kante, two midfielder. Maybe I know Jude Bellingham is part of it. I don't know the second person, but I know Jude Bellingham is part of it. So at the moment, it's gonna be very, very, very tough because because majority of the managers that's coming to Chelsea has misused N'Golo Kante. They haven't used him very well. Where I'm like, okay, he's used very, very well. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's not being used very well for me. It's not being used very well. So it's not making me happy because Ngolo is not being used very, very well. It's not being used. So I don't understand people, but it's not being used very, very well. And Didier the champ, same thing. Conte, same thing. Uh who again? So many managers that come. Sarri, same thing. Lampard, same thing. Who again? So many of them, so many of the managers that comes in as overused N'Golo Kante. Now the injury is affecting him now. Where for me, he should be playing less more, and enjoying his football. Now he's getting injured. So like it's very very sickening because how much I rate N'Golo Kante for me is sickening. Where we're gonna have a football without N'Golo. Yeah, I know if this season is gonna be his last season in Chelsea, he's done enough. He's giving us like 5 or 6 seasons. For me, he is a legend of the game. He's a legend. People say he might be a cult hero. N'Golo Kante is a legend. He's not even a cult hero because what he has given us, what he has given us cannot be changed. Oh. Can never be changed. It cannot be. It cannot be changed. Oh. N'Golo Kante has given us so much where it's difficult to replace him, but there are different kind of midfielder outside. And this Benfica midfielder, Edson Alvarez. Is it Edson Alvarez? No, no, the one at Benfica. And something Hernandez, I've forgotten, is a DM in Benfica, plays as a DM. It's very good. I'm looking at him too. The highest midfielder to Edson Alvarez too. There's also so many DMs to auto too. And I would also like to get SMS Serge Milinkovic Savic, where at least it's not gonna give me Kante's work rate and ability, but I think it will give me something different dimension where our midfielder doesn't have in terms of pass, shoot, also score from the header because he's good on the head. So I don't know. We need a replacement. How many replacements we need? That I don't know because we need a replacement in midfielder. We need we need replacement in midfielder. We need a lot of replacement in midfielder, man. We need we need a midfielder. We need a midfielder, man. We need a serious midfielder. Mm. He is I like Martinez, but he went to Wolf. Yeah, Oluwaseun, you can jump in, but you can jump in. Oh. Yeah, but the problem is vote for it. Nunes is already now in Wolves already, so there's nothing we can do again. Yeah, Shehu, you are right. Man is at the twilight of his career. Yes, Shehu he just clocked 31 years of age. So I think I'm already hearing some Chelsea fans and some fans are already telling him he should hang up his boots. I don't know. The injury keep coming over and over. Is an occurrence of an injury, and as a fans, it's getting me very worried because if he's getting injury over and over again, it's difficult, man. Very very difficult. Because if he's getting an occurrence of injury, then for me, he will have to make a decision he does not want to make. He will have to make a decision he doesn't want to make. I'm already hearing some people saying he should hang up his boot. His injury is too much. See, I don't blame Chelsea fans calling for his head in terms of injury. But Chelsea fans, you have to understand this. You have to understand this. Every manager that has come into Chelsea, from the champ in French national team to Conte, to Sarri, to Lampard, to Tuchel, they have misused N'Golo Kante. They have misused him. So I don't know what else to say again because they have overused N'Golo Kante a lot, and is very sickening right now, and very very annoying. Where as a fans, I just want to see N'Golo Kante play football and enjoy himself back. But if Chelsea ownership are saying they're gonna give him just 2 years with 1 year more, I won't be forced about it. I'm also hearing he might go for free. So I'm not angry about that. I understand the logic and I understand it also to that. If they want to go, if they want to release him for free, I'm not mad about it. I'm not pissed off about it. I can take that because I understand why. Because they are looking into, okay, if you're gonna give this on a business standpoint, if you're gonna give this guy 4 years, can he stay consistent for 4 years? That is the scare. For me, that is my scare. Because I don't think it will stay for 4 years without getting injured. That's my fear. Because I don't know how Potter is gonna use N'Golo Kante. Is he gonna manage him? Is he gonna use him very well? Is he gonna misuse him? That I don't know. Because he hasn't played under Potter yet. So I can't even say because we can't judge. But based on the other manager that has come in, they have misused him a lot. Because they have misused him a lot. When he comes back from injury, he goes into the starting 11 straight away, which for me, he should have gotten a lot of rest, get himself together, ease him into the game, then gradually playing. But whenever every manager that has come into Chelsea have use straightforward use N'Golo Kante, boom. Which for me, they are not really helping him at all. They are just ruining his career by making him get injured again. So like I feel bad for N'Golo because I really want N'Golo to play on a high level because this guy has, for me, he has won everything in world football. He's won the World Cup, he's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Club World Cup, he's won the Europa League, he's won so many in world football. What else do you want him to win again? He's won everything already. He's won everything. N'Golo has won everything already. Whether you like it or not, he has won everything in world football. So he's won everything. So for me, people might say they want him to retire, to hang his, but N'Golo has won everything in world football already. So I don't know. I don't understand why people are being faced about it, but I will miss N'Golo Kante because he is a fantastic football player. When I called tremendous player, N'Golo Kante is a very, very magnificent player. That's why I call him Shifoga because the level in which he play football is we can't see it in Chelsea. The level N'Golo Kante play football. No Chelsea midfielder can play to the level of N'Golo Kante. That's how good of a player he is. I'm gonna just miss him because this injury is becoming a reoccurrence and it's sickening for me and it's very, very annoying for me. Oluwaseun, Shifoga, N'Golo.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good.
Abdullah, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. TGIF.
Good, good. I
Your
think
take on Shifoga?
on Kante,
Yeah.
um, well, to be honest, I wasn't surprised. It's been like this for the past couple of weeks. Sorry, months now, like 18 months. With Kante, um, it's been struggling with injuries, fitness. It's pretty much expected when you look at a player of his quality. He plays a lot of intensity. It's inevitable to for him not to have this kind of injuries. Very unfortunate. He's going to miss the World Cup. But with Chelsea, what did we do? That's the thing. I know a lot of Chelsea fans. I've said it before. A lot of Chelsea fans are pretty much emotional, and they have this and attachment to N'Golo Kante. He's a very
We
humble
have to,
man.
but actually, he has given us so much. We have to have
Yeah, I
an
know he's giving us so much, but likewise, Chelsea's giving him a lot as well. It's a give and take.
Mhm.
So the thing is, look, a lot of people are saying he should hang up his boots. No, why would he do that? He's just 31. Maybe at this point in time, Chelsea probably needs some other, player who's got
According
more.
to Matt Law, they said they're already looking to get two midfielders.
Yeah, because look, he's not more the same player we had years ago, and that's football. It's not like we're trying to say, oh, he's not good anymore. No, in life, just like Frank Lampard, we didn't renew Frank Lampard's contract, not because Chelsea Abramovich didn't like him. No, but at times you get to a certain stage, you got to move on with certain things.
Mhm.
With Kante, I think it's best if you really want to rebuild or move forward. It's
Okay. Right, turn off your mic so I'll be able to bring you in, brother. So go ahead, anyway.
apologies for that.
No worries.
Yeah, so with Kante, like I said, I think we have to move on. We need to identify another, talent, a young talent that can take his spots for Chelsea. Like you can see, coming, what's his name, Jorginho as well is out of
Yeah.
contract,
Also,
so
in
we
my
need to act
opinion,
fast in midfield.
yeah.
The
Roy,
Zakaria guy
please
we
turn off
got.
your mic so I'll be able to bring you in. Roy, turn off your mic so I'll be able to bring you in. So go ahead, Sean.
Okay, so like the Zakaria guy we brought, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think is the same quality we're looking for in Chelsea, and there's a reason why Juventus let him go on loan. He's lacking fitness. He's been injured for a while. So I think we need quality there. A lot of people are saying Bellingham. Not for me. Look, it doesn't have to be just Bellingham. I believe Potter has his own style of midfielder and the kind of midfielder we're looking for to give us the quality we're looking for in Chelsea. So it doesn't have to be a big name midfielder, to be honest. It's all about who can do the job. Yeah, like for me, Kante, for me, we have to replace him. I'm not in support of giving him the contract, to be honest, because he can't stay fit. He can't stay fit. A lot of fans will say, "Oh, come on, that's harsh," but that's football. He can't stay fit. There are a lot of players like Santi Cazorla, or the fantastic player as well for Arsenal. Man hardly stayed fit. That's football. You get to a stage where your body just can't take it anymore. And I think Kante,
But
like I
do you
said in the
think,
tweet,
Sean, do you think he has been misused in Chelsea because remember
misuse.
the Champ overused him?
Okay, I heard you say something as well. Like a lot of coaches didn't manage him well.
Yeah.
Uh, you can say that to an extent, but at the same time, the tenacity and the way he plays the game will definitely catch up with him. Covers a lot of ground. It's too intense, which is good for
Yeah.
Chelsea, but his body, no. So there's no way. To be honest, are you going to say Chelsea coach shouldn't have played him in certain games? No.
Yeah, they will, they
And
will, they
then he
will.
was fit, so you wouldn't say they mismanaged him. No. So that's football, man. That's football. I wouldn't say they mismanaged him. If they didn't mismanage him, then he wouldn't have played. We wouldn't have played for this long for Chelsea. So I just feel is just catching up with him, and that's football. That's it. He gotta go probably play in a less intense league, take care of his body, get some money, and Chelsea get a player who can give us that sustainability going forward. So it's just what it is. Like it's just business.
Yeah, because if you look at the way N'Golo Kante play with the intensity, it's gonna be difficult to replace clear of his quality. But
We don't have
this
to
is
give
why
the
this is
same
why I
like
tell
for
Chelsea
like.
fans.
We don't
This
have
is
to
why I
get
tell
like for like. No.
this is why I tell Chelsea fans. You can't replace N'Golo Kante because you can never see someone like N'Golo Kante. You
Yeah,
can't.
but like I'll tell you something as well. In as much as we might not get that same intensity, but we might get a better player who's more technically gifted than N'Golo Kante. I'm not trying to discredit Kante, but I'm just saying it's give and take. Kante, yes, you might not get that intensity. I get it from you, but you might get a midfielder who's very comfortable with the ball, unlike Kante. So, like at times, you have to let go of something to get into something else. So let's see. I'm very optimistic, and if Kante wants to stay, I don't know, but to me,
No,
it's
the
up to me.
problem
I
is
don't see him
it's
staying.
two things because they said he wants a 4 years with extra money.
Where is
Why
he going to
Liverpool
get
is only
that?
giving him 2 years?
Even in Arsenal, I didn't want to stay in London. Arsenal won't offer him that. No way. Man can at least stay fit. It's not. No one is even talking about his quality here. Prove your fitness first. If you could prove his fitness, I'm pretty sure Chelsea want him to stay. But the sad part is he can't stay fit, and people need to understand that as well. There's no point in having a player who's not going to play and being one of the highest end player in your books. It makes no sense. There's no sense in that. We are the
Yeah,
same fans complaining about wage structure. Now we want to blow our wage structure because we want to please Kante. No, it's not going to work. I know people might say I'm sounding very harsh, but it's football. Come on, and the new ownership, they have their own project, they have their own vision. They didn't sign Kante, so I don't see them being emotional about this. They're going to do what's best for them, for the club, and for the future of the club as well. And we'll see.
yeah, because the sad thing about it, John, the sad thing about it is the love we have from Galo Kante can never be can't be replaced. Also, I also know that for sure is we'll have to replace him one way or the other first because yes, you can replace N'Golo Kante, but you see have a player like Jorginho who doesn't give you the intensity of Kante.
Yeah, I
So
agree. But trust
so
me,
if you want to replace N'Golo Kante, you have to replace somebody also too, which is with James for me, which is Jorginho for me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I think you know the best counter I saw was was this Champions League season. Last year, man was he wasn't himself. Yeah. I saw some, on ESPN, flop of the
Mm-hmm.
season. He was there. He didn't
Yeah.
have a good season last year.
Okay.
Kante cost us a couple of games last year. And
So what's your
just because
advice
it's
now?
Kante, we don't want to
If you
speak
are
about
Kante
it.
now, what are you
What?
advising him? Do you advise him to hang his boot, retire?
No, why will I advise him? He's just 31. It's not like the injury is chronic or it's not like the injury is that bad that he can't play anymore.
But it's a recurrence injury.
Yeah, if he, it doesn't matter. Like it happened to Michael Essien as well. He went to a different league. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, he needs to move to a much lesser intense league, maybe like uh, maybe Serie
Syria.
A or something, or
Mm-hmm.
the Italian league or La Liga or something. But
Mm-hmm.
not a league that has to do a lot of running. So that might help his body as well. And I think maybe Kante playing out of not playing for a long while might probably
Okay.
help him. But for the English league, that intensity is too much for him. No, it's too much. Like, and that's why you don't see like for like player like him anymore. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of players, they don't have the same intensity. They don't have the same tenacity like him. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably because they complement that with another quality. So for me, if Kante leaves, you're gonna get another player with different quality.
Yeah, I agree.
This is
I
the
agree.
reality.
I agree. I agree. But because according to the reports we are hearing right now, is it will go for free. That is for sure. It will
He's
go
gonna
for
go
free.
for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like from all indications, I think it's best for everyone because it makes no sense for Chelsea investing in him anymore. Like, let's be
Mm-hmm.
real. He's trying to dictate the contract, and to be honest, he's not in a position to do that because he's not fit. If he was
Yeah.
fit, that's a different case.
Yeah.
People need to understand emotion, take away emotions from business, from
Mm-hmm.
the game. Yes, we love Kante. Likewise, Eddie Hazard. He
Yeah.
let we let him go. There was life after Hazard. We won the Champions League. Like
Mm-hmm.
what we talking about? Like we're gonna move on, man. It's football.
I know.
Like
I know.
no, like there's no sentiment there.
I
Man,
agree.
what's his name? Real Madrid replaced Casemiro. I don't know if they replaced him, but they let him go. And that's
Mm-hmm.
football. Like they let
I
Ronaldo
agree.
go. They let a lot of big players go as well. Like, look, players will come and go, but his
Mm-hmm.
legacy will always be there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
legacy will always be there, which is fine. That's the main thing.
I
So
agree.
let's
Yeah,
move on, man.
because because this is it now. You gotta replace Kante. You gotta find okay. Who do we replace him in the wheel?
Yeah, there are a lot. Look, I get that a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
fans like to look at those big players. Oh, any little thing now. It's what's his name? We were just talking about Tremaine Dan last year. Talking about
Mm-hmm.
just Bellingham now. There are other players that can do the same job
I
Bellingham is
agree.
doing. Let's be real. A lot of people didn't talk about Bellingham 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you too much noise now? I don't get it. There's so many players that can do the same. They can do similar job.
I agree.
Might not be the same profile or for Chelsea standard, but they'll get there. There's so many midfielders out there, man.
I
All you
agree.
need is just look around you and you find
Mm-hmm.
a midfielder that suits the style of play you want, and that's
Because
it.
for me, Sean, for me, like I said, I would love to see N'Golo Kante play more as a DM. That will be able to easier in terms of
I
burning more
don't
of his
think he's going
energy.
to stay put because of his. He's just the kind of player that wants to run around. Wants to. Nah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Maybe, but let's see. Maybe just he needs to, adapt to playing as a DM. Maybe that will help him, but not
Yeah,
for Chelsea. No, not for Chelsea. No. And okay, like I said, I don't want to knock N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante, there's something about Kante that we don't like to talk about. Kante on the ball is he's not the best in terms of a midfielder. Let's be real.
I agree.
Let's get it straight. Like he's not
Mm-hmm.
good in terms of retaining the ball. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
Jorginho's a better ball returner and coverage than him, but he
Mm-hmm.
has other quality they don't have. So him playing as a DM, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Because Makalele come out and said instead of him just running around, he should make sure he kind of burn his energy, play more as a DM, and be more disciplined. That he said he has that intelligence to play as a DM. It's not a problem for Ngolo to play.
Yeah, but like just his ball retention is not for a DM. I don't know if it's superb enough. Can't look. Makalele's ball retention is superb. Makalele
Mm-hmm.
makes good passes. He keeps the ball better. But
Mm-hmm.
Makalele doesn't have the same intensity. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Kante has better intensity, but Makalele utilizes the ball better. He has good vision for pass. He can retain the ball. He's comfortable. Um, but for Kante, I don't know if he can play that role. I don't know, but maybe in a different league. But
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's football,
I agree. SSB said Kamavinga, Chouamani are not ready to replace Kante and Pogba. Huge miss for France.
Yeah, that's a big what's it called? Big
That's a
pressure
big.
on those
That's
young
a big
lads.
oh.
But those guys are young.
Yep.
Shermani, Kamavinga, like they don't possess the same quality, definitely. But I believe it's an opportunity for them to, um make a name for themselves, you know.
Yep.
So let's see. Let's see what they can do. You've got all the hype,
Mm-hmm.
Kamavinga, Germany. Let's see what they do in the World Cup. That's a
Yeah.
big blow for France not having Kante there. Like Kante is a superb player on his game, on the good day. But the problem is, man is always injured.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I
For
agree.
me, I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
at Chelsea. Like, what do we do next? Next target should be in midfield.
Yeah. They're not
Just
going to put
imagine
into
Kovacic.
midfield.
I know Kovacic is not. He's injury prone as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Kovacic is that reliable in playing. No. Imagine Kovacic get injured. Ooh, we're gonna be left to cover Jorginho and left to Strick. I
Mm-hmm.
think in the January transfer, we even need to sign one more midfielder. With this incident of Kante, we need to go for one more midfielder. Yes, regardless of what happened with his contract, we need a new midfielder. But this
Yeah.
man is going to be out for 3 months, if I'm correct. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah,
November, October, November.
yeah.
Don't.
Because and look at the intent. Like, come on, like we need to sign a midfielder. Like, there's no, we need to because I don't know what we're going to be doing with the Zakaria guy. I don't know what we're going to do with him.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to sign him at the very least in January. And midfielder is a priority for us now because we are so depleted in that department of the pitch.
Wow.
We have two players that are not even playing. Kante is going to be out. Zakaria is not even there.
Mm-hmm.
So we are really struggling in that department. So we got to get a midfielder in. They're good midfielders. Like they might not have, like I said, they don't have. I'll tell you another midfielder which I
The
like.
guy from Benfica, is
No,
it Fernandez?
no. The guy from that's a Wolf, not for him. He's gone to no. There's an established midfielder in England,
Mm-hmm.
but it's different. He's a Brazilian. He plays for Aston Villa. Douglas Lewis.
Oh, he just signed a new contract. They
Yeah, it
can't
doesn't
get
matter.
him.
Like Nkoku signed a new contract last year as well. I mean,
I
last
agree.
one this summer. So I like Douglas Lewis. Different midfielder, very technically gifted. Is Brazilian. He can utilize the
Mhm.
ball better. I
Yeah,
like him. There's so many midfielders there, but they might not have that big profile name. But
exactly.
look, it doesn't have to be the name. It's about who can do the job.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not about the name. Sahul came last year with the name. What did he do? No.
Nothing. I
Yeah.
agree.
So it's about who can do the job. So we'll get someone. I'm very optimistic about
Me
that.
too. Fabricio Brumano, how you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing?
You've been trolling us on the chat, brother. What's going on?
I'm not trolling. I've been following very closely. I like your show. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Give me your take on N'Golo Kante.
Golo Kante. Oh my goodness. That's a big loss. But you know what? I heard a little bit of what you guys talk about. I agree. I think maybe personally I will keep it for a season or two. I will give him an extra contract. I mean, he might be still useful. Like he's old now, but using sparingly. Like don't play him all games. Like if you're playing the one of the lower league, low table teams, we can spare him. But the big games, we still need Kante because we can bring somebody new, but I don't know. There's some players that not. It will take time to replace them. And after 2 years, we can always get. What's this kid from Brighton? He's from Ecuador, I think. What's his name?
Casado?
Yes, yes. He's not quite Kante, but he has the same I think he has better ball control, energy, young. Uh I would kind of bring him next season so he can kind of learn from Kante. Uh but other than that, Kante is yeah, I think he needs just to be used sparingly for now. But keep him. Keep him. Don't I know everybody's, wants to see the younger, more creative uh midfielders, but I would still keep him. That's my thought on Kante.
But the problem now is because the injury is happening is not like these are a recurrent injury where, as a fans, I'm worried that when this keep happening for a player, it kind of deteriorates the way they, in terms of the way they play, their energy, their intensity, and the level of expectation you have for Kante. Because we know we hardly see Kante have a bad game, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's 50% fit. We
Yeah,
hardly see him had a bad game. So right now is what Odbodo is looking at in terms of business aspect is I don't want
right.
to give him 4 years because if you give him what is the assurance that he's gonna stay fit for 4 years?
Is that
There's
is
no.
that what he's asking for?
Yeah, he's asking for 4 years and extra 1 more year, making it 5 years.
I don't think
Okay.
he's in a position to ask for such contract because he's hardly fit. You ask for such when you're at the top of your game. Let's be real. I'm going to use a very, very unpleasant word. Kante is declining, or he has declined. You might say I'm saying trash, but it's the reality. From his standard, he's declined. So why would you want to offer a player who's declining such amount of contract? Makes no sense.
But this is the thing, though. I think if you look Kante under Tuchel and who was after Tuchel? This Chelsea has.
Sorry, Lampard.
All right, sorry, Lampard. He's been overused. Like
Exactly. That's my
so,
point.
so if that's what I'm saying, like if we decide to keep him, 4 years is too much. But if we keep him for, I'd say 2 maximum, or maybe 2.5. I mean, we'll probably sell him within those 2 years. But if we decide to keep him, uh, we can't be using him how we used to under Tuchel and Kante and Lampard. He was doing everything, and it was high intensity performance. You can't use him at that age the same way, you know. Just as Thiago will be next. I mean, I'm assuming Thiago Silva will be sold soon, probably next year or the following year. He can't be playing all these big games, you know. I mean, sorry, not big games, but just games in total. Like he can play the big games, like Milan against Milan, Champions League, because that's what we are looking for. We are prioritizing Champions League and Premier League maybe, but the FA Cups and whatever, we need to rest him and play. I mean, Koulibaly can still cover that, and what's his name,
Mhm.
the Spanish player. So I think with Kante, we need to give him enough time to recover, get back to full fitness, and then now that he's in his 30s now, just use him accordingly, but not as much as because we have. I mean, Loftus Cheek is doing good right now in that mid. I mean, he can't be Kante, but I'm just saying as now. Who else we have there? I mean, Georgina is Georgina. Georgina is not exactly a Kante, but uh, who else do we have? Kovacic. Kovacic is the same way. I think he's also getting older. Uh,
Uh,
Make use of that kid from Aston Villa. What's his name?
Maker.
Yes, yes. We need to, blood in these kids, and so they can take more responsibility.
Well, let me ask you a question if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
You spoke about Kante being rested and using properly. And do you ever think Kante will be the same Kante ever again?
Uh, okay. He can be 90% or 85% of what he used to be. What I'm trying to say is,
You said it
Kante,
can be
okay,
90%.
okay, let me say this. If you watch Kante will always give his all when he gets to that field, okay? Whether he's slightly injured or not. So what I'm saying is this: a healthy Kante, regardless of how old he is. Because if you remember, I think was it Conte when he was the coach, or was it Lampard? Somebody. Uh, they were bringing him back while he was still not fully recovered because they were desperate. We didn't have anybody to cover that position. So, and the same thing with Kovacic. Now, if you have him come back while he's fully healthy and rested, and gets back to himself, he might not be as when he was our first season here, his first season in Chelsea, or when he was at Leicester. But his effect on the field can really help the team to a point where we'll hardly lose when we're playing Kante. He can still be, that's what I'm saying, he can still provide that 85-90%, which is good enough for the team. I don't know if I make sense.
Yeah, you do. But the problem is when I tell people he has been overused. I won't call it overused. I would say misuse. Like
Right.
Didier Deschamps,
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Conte, Mauricio Sarri,
Yes.
Lampard,
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Tuchel. Those managers have misused N'Golo Kante. Why I say misuse is player like N'Golo Kante, we all know his quality. You have to know how to find a way to use him because I'm like Kante's quality is in that Chelsea midfield. No one can even lace his boot if he's 50% fit. No one
Yes.
can lace his boot. That's how good of a player he is. When you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about a world class player, it's N'Golo Kante. When you're talking about world class, it's Conte. No one in that Chelsea midfield is a world class. No one. So the problem now is been overused for the past 5 or 6 seasons when he has been Chelsea. It's not been managed very, very well. Now this injury is coming out is a recurrent injury where it is reoccurring over and over and over again. Now we have a dilemma. What is the dilemma? How do we get him fit? That's what the
Right.
problem is. We can't get him fit because the manager has been overusing him. We am like, we all see the quality of Conte. Can we just manage him? Can we just manage Conte? Because in matches
Exactly.
like Man City, United, Liverpool, the UCL match, Conte can play those matches. But matches like Brentford, Leeds, I don't want to see him play. You need to be on. You need to rest to be on the bench. Midfielder can come in and play on his behalf. Kante can come in and play 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes to what? To give us that energy. But
Right.
no, manager comes in, do N'Golo Kante wants to be the first name on the sheet. That's what
The,
the problem is. It happens in the French national team too. Same thing also too with the champ. The
the,
mismanagement.
the only disagreement I would say with you, Abdullah, is when you say he's the most talented in that midfield. I would disagree with you. I think Kovacic, as far as footballing wise, he's better than Kante. Kante is defensively better than Kovacic, and Kante covers a lot of ground than Kovacic defensively, and also offensively can, make things work.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you on everything else. If you watch Kovacic in, I don't want to get off the topic, but if you watch Kovacic when he was playing Inter, remember that?
Mm-hmm. I remember, yeah.
Yeah. Even Chelsea, that when under Lampard, that game versus Ajax, uh, Kovacic is like a crossbreed of a defensive Hazard. I'm not saying offensively is better than Hazard, but that boy is something special. But I get your point. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Kante, yeah, we need to use him. He covers a lot of space.
Yeah.
He covers a lot of ground. And whoever plays beside him looks good because of Kante. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Can I also say, before I move to the other, can I also say it annoys me and it pisses me off because
Why?
Thomas Tuchel should have been the manager that should have used N'Golo Kante very, very well. Because I remember very well, he was injured in some period where under Tuchel reign, where I'm like, Tuchel, you have to know how to manage N'Golo Kante. Immediately Kante come back from injury, straight into the lineup. But I'm
Yep.
like, why?
Because he was desperate.
I know desperation, but we know Kante will get injured when you play too much because he's been playing so much matches without resting.
Mhm.
So that is a detriment on Tuchel because it annoys me. I'm like, Tuchel can know how to manage him as a manager, where you have to manage his energy as a player. But
Yeah.
because he wants to play him, every match is Conte, this, Conte, that, Conte. Now he's injured. Now the injury keep coming week in and week out. But the problem, you can't now. How do we replace Conte in the midfield? That's where the problem is. How do we replace a caliber
Oh,
player like him? It's gonna be very
look,
difficult to replace.
look, we are going to replace him. I don't want people to sound like this guy is not, he's in, we can't replace him. Anybody, you can replace any player. Yeah, and the reality, we Chelsea fans like to sound like, oh, before Kante, if without Kante, there's nothing. No, I get his quality. He brings a lot of quality to the team. But look, we can replace, not necessarily likewise in terms of his quality for quality, but we can get another decent midfielder. And that's my point. We'll get other midfielder that has other attributes, if not better than him in terms of utilizing the ball. They might not have the same intensity. I get
Mhm.
it, but we'll get other midfielder. And like I said, he's in the twilight of his career. You might want to argue with me, Say what you want to say.
He
He's
just
not
clocked
more the
it.
same
He's
player
just 31
anymore.
years of age. He just 31.
What?
He just 31. He just clocked 31.
No, it's not about the age. You're not getting
He's
the
not a
point.
natural 31.
It's not
He's an
about his
old.
age.
He's an
It's
old
about his
31.
standard right now. He has
I'm
dropped
lying.
his
He's an old
standard.
31, bro. He's an old
It's not about
31.
his age. I'm not talking about his age. I don't use age to determine you being in twilight. No, there are players that got to twilight of their career at the like Fernando Torres. He got to twilight of his career when he was in Chelsea. Was he 30 then? No. Or Michael Owen? No. But it's all about your performance. When you drop in standard and quality, that's what I mean by your twilight of his career. What's his name? Thiago Silva. We can even say Thiago Silva is playing better now when he's playing better for Chelsea than when he was maybe in his mid-30s. Because he's playing in a much more intense league and he's doing very good. So it's not about your age, it's about your quality. And what I say by him dropping in terms of quality is Kante's quality is always high there. We know that. Right now, he's struggling to get fit. And we saw that last season. A lot of Chelsea fans don't want to say this because of the love you have for the man. But it's the truth. He's declined. It's very hard for me. I feel very sad saying this, but it's the truth. He's not appreciating. He's not stagnant. He's declining.
How old is he?
He's 31. Yeah. He just closed 31.
31 is the same age as
No, it's not about the age. I keep saying this thing again.
Okay, all right.
It's not about because of his age. I don't care about his age. Koulibaly is pretty much the same age. When I say he's declining, no. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm talking about
get it.
quality.
Yeah, I understand. I
understand what you're saying. Enke.
Yeah.
Hungolo, Kante, Hungolo, Kante.
It's sad. It's a sad.
Potentially, he's out of the World Cup.
It's a sad state of affairs. Abdullahi. I can't lie. And I love Kante. I'm a huge Kante guy, but I think he might be cooked. And the thing with the Tuchel thing as well, I think he was managing him well. I think he was the sad thing about the Tuchel thing is I think he was managing him well. He didn't want to play him, but this is due to the culture of Chelsea at the time. You had to, because you're trying to win games, and Kante on the pitch gives you the best chance of winning games, but the guy can't stay fit anymore. Like, he can't, and it's just his playing style. I think he needs to, if he wants to play in this Chelsea.
Because Claude Makalele said, he came out and said, is he on Sky Sport or BBC, that people have been shouting on him getting it, and he said it. He wants to see Kante play as a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he needs to change his play style.
He said it. I want to see Kante play in a DM. Let him play as a DM. Let him reflect his quality as a DM.
That's if he's fit first. Then he can think of that.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I think his body's feeling him. That's the biggest problem.
That's the thing. I think he's cooked.
His body's feeling him. It's not about, when your body fails you, there's limits to what you can do.
You know, something.
He plays few games, is broken. It's just what it is. Like, his body's failing him. He can't do much.
And I want you to quote me on this. A few weeks, I don't think Kante is done, because let me tell you. Remember after Mikel left Chelsea, he had an interview one time and he said sometimes I don't know if it was him or Conte, the coach, one of the coaches, will fake an injury. Will say he was injured, but he wasn't injured.
I think it was under Conte. It was under
Conte, yeah.
I think so.
You know, I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I think Kante might be back for the World Cup. I think that's what he might be aiming for. That.
So you mean in my see, November is next month.
Let's be real here. Like, why is the World Cup more of a motivation for him rather than playing for a club to end the contract? He's won the World Cup. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
But you don't play World Cup every day.
I know, but like, World Cup isn't gonna pay his bills. What I'm trying to say, he would rather want to be established in Chelsea and hand a new contract, play from the beginning of the season, than just want to play for the World Cup.
Kante drives a minivan. He doesn't care about money. Let me tell you something.
No, it's not about money. I'm talking about.
He does. No, he does.
Every footballer cares about money. Let's even be real.
He does
here,
because
no.
That's his bread and butter. Like, come on.
That's
his job. Here's the thing. This guy Kante wanted. He wants the terms of his. I don't know if you've seen, but he wants a long-term deal. Not even
he wants 4 years.
He's looking for 4 years.
Yeah.
I understand that, but that's usually comes down to the agent, not necessarily the player. Because Kante, the player himself, I mean, if you look at him,
Okay.
the agents are the ones who also, they try to make those long-term contracts so they can make money off that. They also have to eat, so to speak.
Okay.
Because I mean, let's think about it. 31 years old, same age as Koulibaly. Well, granted, Koulibaly plays a different position, so let's not even say that. But I don't think Kante's done.
He's an old
telling you.
31, bro.
Okay,
He's
I
an
think
old
you are
31.
misunderstanding something
He's an
here,
old
my
31,
bro.
man.
You are talking about the age all the time, saying Koulibaly, but Koulibaly is not injury prone. Why are
Yeah,
we
he's an
comparing him
old
to Koulibaly?
31.
Why not? Koulibaly is not injury prone.
Because he wasn't being used as much
No,
as
no,
Kante.
it's not. That's not the issue here. Whether he was misused or not, we're talking about right now. Right
old.
now,
No, I
Kante
think
is injury prone. Fact. It's just whether you like it or not, he's injury prone.
let's
At
judge
this
him
point in
after the
time,
World
it's
Cup.
not reliable to play, and it's a fact. You don't like it, but it's a reality.
No, I don't. I think you just
No, like you
It's
see,
the truth,
I think
man.
you're
It's
one of
the
the Chelsea
truth.
fans that are very emotional about
It's
this
the
situation.
truth. No,
That's
it's the
reality.
truth. He's an old 31, man. He's an old
Let's-
31.
let's give him a few months after he comes back and see how he does. Especially
Hey,
after
He
World
doesn't
Cup.
have the
boss,
time.
boss. No, boss. I'll give him up until March, even. I'll give him up until March. He doesn't have to play a
Okay.
game until March.
That's
Okay,
But
fair.
guys,
afterwards, he has
don't
to, he
you
has
want
to
to move
complete.
on from this, guys? Like,
Yeah,
in as
he has
much
to
as we
complete
love
the
this
season.
player,
All right.
we need to start rebuilding. You're talking about giving him time. That's going to hinder other younger alternative you might want to get in. He's done. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he has to move
No,
on.
Kante is. That's why I disagree.
Why
He's
do you
not
think
bad.
Man United
Nah.
let go of Pogba for free? They're not stupid.
No.
They're not stupid.
No,
Oh,
Pogba is
they
a
might
different.
be.
No.
They might
Show.
Pogba is a different case.
Labiu, Pogba, and N'Golo Kante are different players.
No, I'm not
Thank you.
comparing. I'm saying, listen, brother, I'm not comparing quality. Pogba is quality, but I'm saying at times you gotta let go of your loss. Let it go. Let it go. They let go of Pogba. They got in some other midfielder.
Yeah. But
That's
this is the
football.
problem
That's
now.
business.
Seun, before I go to other guy, this is the problem now. I understand what you're saying when you talk about Labiu and Kante, but this is the problem now. Kante 50% right now is better than all the midfielder we have in Chelsea right now. It's
I
better
don't
than
agree
I
them.
with
disagree with
That's
that. That's
not
a bit
true.
of a stretch.
No.
That's a bit of a stretch.
It's better than
I'm
them.
lying. It's a stretch.
50%
That's
of
a stretch,
lying,
please.
it's a
That's
stretch.
not true, please. Come on, guys.
50% of N'Golo Kante.
Why are we sounding like N'Golo Kante is was so perfect in everything? No. He had his
Wait. Can I
flaws in
also?
his
I'm
best
lying.
game
Can I
as
ask a
well.
question?
Go ahead, brother.
Let's come on, like guys. We sound like N'Golo Kante is one of the most technical player in the world in terms of utilizing the ball. No,
Yeah.
he had his own flaws in his prime. Kante with the ball, Kante he couldn't retain ball. His ball retention is not that great. So why
We
you sounding
agree.
like 50% is better than every other midfielder? No, I know he has better intensity. I like him as a player, but look, I think a lot of Chelsea fans like to stretch this too far. Please, come on, guys.
Don't
Wait, can I
count
ask a
somebody
question?
out.
Wait,
Go ahead.
who's talking now?
It's
For me?
Fabrizio. Go ahead, Enke.
Yeah.
Why are you silent?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. My I think my internet's a bit funny. I have a question for who was the guy that said Kante's done?
Seun.
I didn't say it was done. I'm just saying for Chelsea, we need
Okay.
something better.
Okay. Sorry. Let me ask you a
I
question.
never said it was done. I just said for
Okay.
Chelsea, it's an opportunity to refresh our midfield.
Okay.
He can go to maybe a different league and play. But for
Okay.
Chelsea, we got to move on from Kante.
Okay. I just have one question. One small question, because we are Chelsea fans, so we know what the narrative was before Tuchel got there, especially Kante with Lampard. Even then, people were looking to replace this guy, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah. Because of the injuries and everything.
Yeah, you don't think he could give you, even now, this is just an honest question. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just a guy. You don't think he could give you even a stretch? You know that vital stretch where we won that Champions League? You don't think he has that in him anymore? You think?
I think he has it. But the problem is, this is the answer now. Can he stay fit for that stretch?
Good question.
Can he? Because now, see, Enke, I love Kante a lot because this man here is like so. But the problem I'm having with Kante is, if you come back in January or in December, can he stay fit like March or April? I am worried.
He's going to be rusty as well. He's going to be rusty.
I can
He
answer
hasn't
that.
played a game. He has only played just one game this season. He's going to be rusty as well. You got to factor that as well.
Abdullah,
Yeah.
I can answer that. I can answer that. Remember Loftus Cheek? Remember Loftus Cheek?
Wait. What happened to Loftus Cheek?
The injury when they came to America and he had an injury.
ACL
How long?
injury, yeah. ACL
Okay.
thing. Mhm.
How long did it take him to actually get back to what
Took him a
we
while.
are appreciating
I
right
think
now?
it took him like a year. Is it a year?
And he
or
was younger.
Thank you.
a year or
Thank
2
you.
years?
He's like Callum as well.
Okay, yes. So how are we using them before they came back to fully, like right now?
We're integrating them bit by bit.
Thank you. And that's what I'm saying with Kante. He has been used over the years so much. He's breaking down. He needs to recover, give him time to fully get healthy, then reintegrate him back to the team.
But
Because
Chelsea
what you
does not
I
have
wish you-
that
hold on, Shu.
patience.
What you
His
said now,
contract-
what you said now, they had the same quarter to Graham Potter, and he said it. He said, "Where are we gonna see N'Golo Kante play?" And he said, "Kante needs to be eased back into the team. We can't rush Kante." He said his quality is known to the world football. You cannot rush him. He said it in his press conference, and he keep retaliating it. We don't want to rush him because when you rush Kante, you're gonna get him injured. So you have to ease him into the game bit by bit. When we know he's ready to play, N'Golo Kante will play. When we know he's ready to play, he will play.
Abdullah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know people's names on the panel. Forgive me.
Okay.
If
Let me
someone,
bring the name out.
if there's a club that bids 30 mil for Kante this
No,
January,
he's going for free. He's going for free.
He can't
He
be
can
for
speak to any
30
club in
million.
January.
He's gonna go
So-
for pre-contract in January.
Pre-contract,
Why would
he
you wanna
can
pay
speak
for
to any-
one
Oh,
and
Guardiola
okay.
has already
Sorry,
come out and said he's going.
my bad.
one? Contract ended at the end of the season.
I would say let's wait and see. It's not guaranteed. I don't believe in every news outlet. Just let's wait and see.
Why do we need to be reactive? Can't we be proactive and start thinking ahead? Why do we need to wait for him?
So
let
you
me
cut-
ask you
you
guys
cut
this
ties?
question.
Yeah,
Let me
ask
ask
the
you a question now. So he
Mhm.
gets injured. Oh, sorry, he's gone for 3 months now. He comes back even more rusty. So now you're gonna say, oh, Chelsea should have been proactive, should have signed a midfielder in January. Why do we have to wait for Kante? Look, let Kante be Kante. If he wants to prove his fitness, let him do it. We gotta move on and do what's best for Chelsea.
I
agree.
completely agree.
And it's the reality.
agree.
I'm not. You might think I'm sounding harsh. No, Kante will get fit when he's fit, and if he can prove his fitness, and if he can still prove that he's that same player, then they can talk about contract. But for right now, no, makes no sense.
I agree. Abdul N'Golo Kante. Abdul N'Golo Kante. Abdul, unmute your mic and talk.
Why you guys? Why you laughing?
Oh yeah, talk. Unmute your mic and talk.
Yeah, can you not hear me?
We
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear
loud
you,
and
bro.
clear.
Okay, big up everyone.
Why you guys like what's going on?
Well, Abdul's funny, man.
I don't know why NK is it NK? Yeah, I don't know why NK is laughing, man.
Nah, I'm cool, boss. I'm cool.
I don't know why are these guys starting a beef before I even speak. Why is everyone as if-
N'Golo Kante started all this.
Look, no, let me address the guys. Anyway, big up to everyone on the panel.
Big up.
Let me address these guys on the charts, right? Why are they like singling me out as if I've never really had an issue with
Fabrizio is here.
Fabrizio's comments. I've never really made anything negative about Fabrizio's comments.
What about Fabrizio?
Fabrizio is here. He's here.
No.
Fabrizio, bro.
People are like pairing us together for whatever reason.
It's like it's like WWE, and Rey Mysterio and Awukeho and the other.
Yeah, everybody's saying Fabrizio and Abdul beef, Fabrizio and Abdul debate, whatever. Come on,
Like, the two of you guys are like grandpa. Like you guys have been watching football for like 70, 75. So I was not born then.
Is that not a good thing? Is that not a good thing?
No comment.
Anyway, big up Fabrizio.
Blessed.
I think this is the first time we're coming across
Yeah.
each other on the show.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Maybe you've been on the show before, but I've never been on the panel on the same time with you. So anyway, big up and respect.
More
So Kante, we're talking about Kante's request for a new contract, is it?
Yeah, according to the report, Mark Law said he'll be leaving for free. It's potentially gonna miss the World Cup because he's out for 3 months.
Did he say he's leaving or he's going to be a free agent?
He's gonna be leaving. Chelsea is gonna release him by January. He can speak to any club in world football, any club he wants to go to in
No,
January.
no, Chelsea is not releasing him. It's a matter of his the terms of his contract.
Yeah, his contract is finishing by June this year. So he's demanding for 4 years plus extra year. Why Todd Bowley said they can only give him 2 years plus one more extra year. Why can't he demanding for 4 years? And Todd Bowley was like, he's been injured. So on a business part of it, they don't want to give him that 4 years because of the injuries.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
rather
So
give him that 2 years.
there's a difference of opinion in
Mhm.
terms of what each party wants.
Mhm.
So he wants something different, they want something different. I think that's a matter of negotiation. That's not the first time.
Mhm.
Roy Keane was one of the contract Roy Keane wanted to sign while he was at United. There was a dispute. When I think a couple of times when JT wanted his contract extended, there
Mhm.
was a dispute with Chelsea. So this is not the first time we've seen that really. So, but the thing is, Kante, as they said, is 31. So
Yeah.
I can understand him requesting for 4 year contract or
Mhm.
his party, you know, wanting 4 years contract because as somebody just said, he's the same age as Koulibaly, and
Mhm.
Koulibaly came in for 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure,
4 years plus extra one
but the
for
thing
year.
is, I don't because I really like this guy as a player,
Mhm.
so I don't really mind if he's given 10 years, right?
Okay.
But the thing
Okay.
is,
Yeah.
how many games can he accumulate per season?
Hmm.
So if we're going to say on an average of maybe 25 games per season, which is half the number of games roughly we'll be playing as a football club per season, then yeah, we can give him the if he's going to be playing 25 games per season, yeah, we can give him the 4 or 5 years. But is it going to be on which terms? Is it going to be for half of the salary? So it all boils down to how many games potentially he can be accumulating over a season.
Mhm.
If we think it's going to be too low, then he either, I don't know, readjust his
Um, I'm
financial.
sorry there. Just want to comment to that. I can see all the consider all the you're trying to accommodate a lot for Kante. I don't
Mhm.
think Chelsea did the same for Frank Lampard. So why should we accommodate the same for Kante? And also considering a player like Kante who's always injured. Right now, his biggest problem is being fit.
Yeah.
That's his biggest problem right now.
Yeah,
We're not
but the
talking
thing
about a
is,
player that's on top of his game. If he was playing if he was playing regularly and he was bossing the midfield, playing at his normal standard. Look, the club will be the one saying, "Hey, man, we want you to stay." But this guy is hardly fit, so he doesn't have. He
so
can't
that's
command
why.
what he's trying to get. I don't think is valid for me.
No,
He
no.
should
So,
try to
so,
be fit
so,
first.
so the thing is, no matter how we slice and dice it,
Mhm.
we're still having this debate from the outside. So that's why I'm reasoning along those lines. So we cannot be too rigid in our reason because we don't know all the details. But what I'm saying is, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not disputing the fact he's a fantastic player. So what if he was playing all the games for the season? Would anybody think he's asking for too much?
And that's why
No.
I said that's if he was playing regularly. But right now, he has only played just a game. Do you
Yeah,
get the
but we
situation
don't.
now?
I don't know in details the nature of his injuries.
No, the injury with James. That's the injury he's having. He has a
It's
knee
been
ligament.
recurrent last season,
Yeah,
this
correct
season.
injury, knee
Like, come on,
ligament injury.
guys.
So he has been a recurrent injury where it has been recurring for the past,
And I don't think
I
it's
think,
high time to,
4 or 5
refresh
years
our
now.
midfield.
Because the same injury he had under Antonio Conte, he had the same injury under Sarri, under Lampard, and even under Tuchel. The same recurrent injury he has been having for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
No
but
one is questioning his ability. He's a world-class phenomenal. Yes.
yeah. So the thing is, if when you are in global sports, when you are dealing with top talent, then you have to be innovative about issues like contracts. So you cannot just make it like, okay, it's casting gold. You either take this or leave it. You've got to do everything possible within your own capabilities to ensure that either you are able to retain him, or if there's no way, then you have to release him.
Let me
So it's
ask you this question. I don't
so
know how true this is, but I heard he wants to stay in London. Do you think Arsenal will give him that 4 years contract? Do you think they'll offer him that?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how innovative you are. You
No,
get
it's
me?
not even about innovation. This is about a man proving his fitness. You can't even stand fit. You're talking about you want to get 4 years contract.
No, no, but the thing is,
Why?
okay. So what if you say, okay, we can give you the 4 years, but we have to review it every year.
No,
We can,
that's come
and
on.
we
That
can
how are you going to do that?
no,
You
but
give no, man.
it's called negotiation, and it's
There's no what negotiation is in that? You're giving 4 years contract to a man who is currently
yeah,
always
yeah.
injured. It's
Allow
a
me, allow
different
me,
case if he was always injured and all of a sudden he proved his
allow me,
fitness for like 6 months.
yeah,
Then we
but
can have
allow
such
me.
conversation.
No, no,
But
it's not
right now,
possible. It's
no, it
possible with
makes no
clauses. It's
sense.
possible with clauses. It's
No, no.
possible.
Let me complete my point.
We are just being emotional here because we are Chelsea fan. We like this player. That's the reality. If it
Abdul,
was some other player that you don't like, you won't say this. You won't provide
No,
accommodation for
wasn't he
him.
just making a point about contract construction?
yeah, Abdul was saying about clauses, yeah. Yeah, Abdul, finish up. Abdul, finish up. You're talking about clauses in terms of putting clauses into him like every
Yeah.
year.
So what I'm saying is we can be innovative about a contract. Okay, it doesn't have to be casting gold. We have seen contract being said to be pay as you play or something like that, right? We've had contracts that can be evaluated and re-evaluated at the end of every season. Didn't Dembaba come to Chelsea with some kind of, or was it when he went to Newcastle? Didn't he go to Newcastle with some kind of reoccurring knee
Yeah, I
problem?
remember, yeah. He
You
did.
know what I mean? But they still allowed him, and they still, they just have to put those into consideration in the terms and conditions of the contract. So because I believe that when this guy is fit to play, then he's one of our best players. But does he play enough? I don't know. Is he able to play enough in the coming season? I don't know because I'm not a medical
Okay, let
expert.
me ask you
And
yourself.
then
Be
let me
honest here. Do you
let me
think he has declined from his usual standard?
no 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 no
No, the
no no
question. Do you think he has declined from his usual standard? Yes or no?
no no no
No,
no.
No,
no,
He hasn't declined.
He
no.
hasn't
Okay,
declined. No.
and like I said to you
No, no,
guys,
no, no,
you
no, no,
guys don't
no,
want to analyze
no,
this
no,
based on
no,
reality.
no,
So you're telling me he's still on the same standard he's always been? Like, come
If
on, guys.
if
Like,
fit, if it's fit, he can. Yes,
no,
he
no, no.
can.
Did you hear what he said? That's why I said he's okay. You saying if Fernando Torres was fit, he will have he will have been
Okay,
successful in
okay,
Chelsea
all
in
right.
the same
You
spell
you
as
you're
Liverpool.
mixing up.
Can I,
You're
can I,
mixing
If
up
can
it's
two
a
I,
different
different
case,
players.
I'm speaking based on now.
no, no,
Has it declined?
Oh,
Yes or no?
he's
Stop
injured.
giving
let me give you the answer. Let me give you the answer. Okay.
if.
So let me give you the answer. Let me give you the answer. Right. And I don't know how you're going to interpret it, but this is how I see Kante. Okay. You see, all the players that won the league for Leicester in 2016, all of them, right? None of them have been able to play exactly to that standard. And this is my own honest opinion.
What standard? Mars is playing better. Mahrez is
Who?
doing better. So what do you mean by standard?
Is he scoring the same number of goals he scored
Is
in
he
that?
scoring? He's been a better player since he left the club. Like, I don't understand what you mean by is it playing the
Mahrez?
same standard?
Okay. Here's the difference. Conte has played more games than any other player that won that whatever, except the
Look,
number
you're
9
just
guy.
giving excuses for him being
It's not an
injured. We
excuse.
understand he's played a
Listen.
lot of games. I know, but we're assessing the situation based on what is on ground now.
Right.
I'm
That's
not
why.
saying he hasn't been misused. I get your
Sir,
point. That's true. He's
listen.
been world class when he was fit, when it was
Okay,
his best
but you.
spell.
All
But
right.
right now, he's not the same player. Why is
Okay,
that hard
but
for you to understand?
this is what we are saying. He cannot be the same if he's, if you play a lot of games, okay?
Mhm.
Whoever you are, it can be Neymar or whatever. You can't sustain that same standard of performance that you have because you're being Kante played a lot of games, okay,
they're still
and
doing the
got
same
injured.
thing.
So his performance will not be on the same level.
Then that
why
means
he's
it's
not.
declined. It's
I'm
simple,
delayed. I'm
man.
coming back. I'm just gonna go.
That's
You're
why.
processing the
Okay.
point.
Okay, but that's why we are saying we
I agree. The coaches didn't help him.
All
But
right.
right now, Kante is not the same player
Okay,
he
that's
used to
why
be.
this
It's
is
like
what
you
we are
telling me Eddie Hazard hasn't declined. He's declined.
Okay,
You don't
but
like to say it, but it's a reality. He's
all
not
right,
the
but
same player.
listen to what this is the most important point I'm saying. For us to bring him back to where he was, we need to give him enough time to get back
But
in
he
good
doesn't have
health.
that time. His contract is less than
That's
maybe
fine.
8 months.
That's why
And he's currently injured. He's a
That's
different case if he was fit
Jesus
and going to the
Christ.
World Cup. Then we can say, okay, yes, he's playing on top of his game. He's fit. He's playing good. Let's offer him this contract. But
Yeah,
right
but
now, things got worse for him now. He doesn't even have much to leverage on because he's
okay,
even
so
injured. He's played just one game this season. Like,
so
come
should
on,
we
guys.
all right,
I
so
know you
should
might
we
think I'm sounding harsh for this guy. No, very
so
likable guy, humble player. But the reality is the reality. Santi
all right.
Cazorla for Arsenal was a
Wait,
fantastic player.
let him land. Let him land. Let him land.
Yeah, he was a fantastic player. By the end of the day, they had to let him go. Rosiski, they had to let him go. Injury prone. We
All right.
Chelsea fans don't want to accept the fact.
Are
Kante
you
right
gonna-
now is injury prone.
But
Fact.
Shin, why do I have a feeling that Didier Deschamps will call N'Golo Kante for the World Cup?
A feeling that what?
I have a feeling Didier Deschamps will call him for the World Cup.
That's if he's fit. I'll be happy. I would love to. I'll love to see Kante in the World Cup.
Despite him being injured, Didier Deschamps will call him.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
based
man.
on Deschamps' discretion. I don't know, but I'll be happy. But what I'm trying to say for Chelsea, for we to look, don't forget we have a new ownership. They have a vision. They have a different vision. There's a reason why they signed Chukwuemeka. Maybe they want to sign much more younger player going forward. We don't know, but we just because of the love we have for Kante, we want to keep holding on to him, whether it's fit or not.
Todd Bowley has no vision. He wanted to buy Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is 75.
That's
What
from
are
a
you-
market point of view. You see,
It doesn't
market
matter.
point of view. Ronaldo, look. The
Footballing
Ronaldo
wise,
you're calling.
footballing wise, Ronaldo is useless at Chelsea.
No,
That's
look.
what I'm trying to say.
I never said I wanted Ronaldo, but we can
Well, Todd
understand
Bowley
why he
wanted
was
him.
going for Ronaldo.
You say they have a new
From a
vision.
revenue point of view, he is going to
Okay.
generate revenue for the club.
What's the point of bringing somebody who will send you to Europe?
Yeah, but the player you're talking about outscored all our players last season. So
Okay, he wanted to buy
when you
Harry
sound like Ronaldo
Maguire.
is washed,
Harry
he had
Maguire
18
at
goals
Chelsea.
in the league. So when you say he's washed, he's not. I'm not gonna. I don't want Ronaldo, but look, he was better than what we had last season. So why are we standing like?
What?
Yeah,
He was better
he
than
had
who?
18 goals. He helped his team. He carried his team last season. The same Ronaldo, yes, he's washed. You can call him wash. But don't sound like, okay, these guys don't know what they're doing. From a revenue point of view in North America, it's going to make money for them. You think it's all about football on the pitch? Off the pitch.
But you can make more money by getting players who can win you Champions League, which will make you more money.
Which player will win you a Champions League? Which player is that?
I
I want to know. You sound like there's a player that's just going to be there to
I'll
win
tell you who
Champions
can
League. Which
win you
player,
Champions
please?
League. Okay, bring
Which player? Tell me one other
different.
player than Ronaldo that can guarantee you that.
Ronaldo at 38 cannot win you anything. He
So
cannot
who
even
can win you something? I'm not clamoring for
He
Ronaldo.
said you can win.
That's what I'm telling you. Listen. Sometimes you need to listen. These new owners that are Americans, they want money, yes. But footballing wise, they don't know what they're doing. That's why they're hiring all these people so they can have a clear.
And what's wrong in that?
So
They're not. That's not a specialty, and that's why they're employing experts.
what
in the
I'm trying to
field.
say is this regarding Kante. Just because his form has dipped, because he has been overused, and he has been injury prone because of that, that does not mean you just leave him. Okay, just sell him because he's 31, he's injury prone. How about you get him back to his health and let him rest? And
Okay,
you
now
can
you're
sell
just
him.
being very emotional. Did you hear what you
It's not
said there?
emotional. This is
How
this
about
is
just getting back? You're just being emotional there for Kante,
no,
please.
I'm not. It's not that emotion. I'm telling you,
You're
the
being
guy is not.
emotional. Look at what you said. You wouldn't say the same for players like Drinkwater.
Excuse
Say
me,
for Kante.
what?
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
you know why I said that?
Wow.
I'll tell you why I said Drinkwater.
I need
Because you
I
have soft spot for Kante, and
I
that's why
need
you want to nurse Kante to be fit.
I
Wait,
need
wait,
to
wait,
The
wait.
know.
Why does he
reality
have a
there
soft
is,
spot, dude? No, but why does he have a soft spot?
I don't have a problem you have a soft spot, but reality there, look,
No,
this
no,
man is
why?
not more the
Why?
same
Why does he
player.
have a soft spot? No, but
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't care. He's
No,
entitled
you
to his
do know.
right.
You do know why. You do know why everyone has a
Why?
soft spot. You do
I'm
know.
not disputing. Okay, look at something, guys. I'm not disputing. This man is world class.
There,
No one
there
is
you
talking about his
go.
quality here. No, his
Stop
quality
right
is
there.
outstanding.
Stop
But we're
right
talking
there.
about the situation of not being fit. Why, why is that hard for you to understand?
No, we
He's not
understand
fit.
it.
Thank
If
you.
he's fit, I won't be having this conversation with you. We'll be saying, "Yeah, come on, guys, offer him the contract." He's
Okay.
not fit.
Mr. Olua, fitness, does it mean that that's the end of the player if they're not fit?
He's rusty. This man is going to come out rusty.
Is that okay? If he's rusty, is that
God.
something that's fixable?
Okay, wait,
It's
Oluwa,
fixable.
let me ask you a question, Ashim. Okay, let's say between N'Golo Kante and Jorginho, who will you take right now in Chelsea?
Who will I take? I'll take Jorginho.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
because you know
Oh
why?
my God.
Listen, brother. You know why I'll take him? Because he's reliable. He's fit. He does prove his fitness. It's simple. It's simple
Hey.
fact. He's
Olua,
not
is this
reliable because he's
Olua?
not injury prone.
Olua, give me the number for your internet provider. You've had enough internet today.
Is this
I've had
Olua?
enough. What?
Is Olua? Have we been watching the same Chelsea games this season?
You guys don't. You ask a question. It seems
No,
you're
I
not
get it.
getting
No,
the
I
point
get
there.
it. I get what you're saying. My thing
This
is,
is not based on quality. Yes, Kante might be a better player, but the guy is not fit. How is it hard for you to understand?
Okay.
Olua. In life. Okay, I get what you're saying. What the vibe you're giving to me is, you're a guy that's very risk averse. You're not willing to take a risk. You don't want to take a risk on this one. You're ready to pack it
There's
up.
no
And
point taking a risk on Kante. He has given us his best. I don't know what you want him to. What
I
are
respect
you
it. No, I
expecting?
respect it. I respect it.
You
I
come and
respect it. I
replicate
respect
what
it.
he's done over the years
I
again.
respect
Let him
I respect
go.
I
You've
respect
drained
that.
him enough. This guy has been overused. You have
I respect
overused
that.
him. Go and get some other player you can overuse again.
Okay,
This
tell
guy
me.
you can't be. Let me tell you, brother. This guy can't give us that same tenacity as he was giving us. No, his body won't let him. His body is failing him now.
Okay, let me play. Okay, Shehu, let me play David advocate now. Yeah, because I
It's
look
like
at
Michael Essien.
wait,
Michael
wait,
Essien had the same
I look
injury as
at
well.
when N'Golo Kante signed for us, when that year he signed for us towards the year when we had different managers, where Conte came in, Sarri came in, Lampard came in, and Tuchel came in. Now Potter even came before he had a setback. He was supposed to travel with the squad for AC Milan. He did not go because he had a setback with his injury. And this same question was asked to Potter, and he said, when we look at N'Golo Kante's record, we notice he has been misused and overused. We have to find a way to manage N'Golo Kante. We don't need to rush him, but we have to ease him into the game to get the best out of N'Golo Kante.
Thank you, sir.
That is what Graham Potter said.
Abdullahi, this
Yeah.
guy, with all due respect, I'm speaking for Olua. If I'm wrong, I don't think he's trying to hit that. Abdullahi, he's done. He seems like he's done with Kante. That's
Right.
and that's okay. But
Exactly.
me personally, I'll take that risk. And you can say it's because of sweet spot, whatever. But what I've seen, because even Kante, and this is not the 50% thing, Kante Europa League final. Europa League final.
10% fit.
Europa League final.
10%.
And I know that's several years ago, but Europa League final, the guy came in clutch. I remember when people were talking about Lucas Torreira before then. Since then, no one's mentioned this guy's name. We don't know where this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Champions League, that whole Champions League run, and I think that's when Tuchel sort of managed them well. That period of time, he actually managed them well. And we got a UCL. We got our second UCL. The Arsenal don't even have one yet. Tottenham don't have one. You understand what I'm saying? So me personally, I understand Oluwa's point. I understand it completely. It just depends on the way you see stuff. But me, I'll take that risk. And
Yeah,
if I
because
and you can't cook me for deciding to take that risk. I will. If it
because
backfires, it
when Potter
backfires.
said when Potter said we have to ease him to the game, it's been overused and it's been missed. I was like, okay, what is going on here? What is going on? Because he said it. Everybody in world football knows about N'Golo Kante quality. It cannot be denied. You can't deny that. But right now, he's injured. He has to be fit. When he's get fit, we have to manage N'Golo Kante. Like I said, I don't want to see him play against Bournemouth, Brighton, Crystal Palace,
Thank
Nottingham
you.
Forest. I don't want to see him at
Thank
all.
you. Thank you.
I don't want to. I want him out of the squad entirely. Phase him out. But when we are playing Man City, United, Liverpool.
No, but why? No,
Real
but my
Madrid,
question to my question to you guys is, okay, let me get this straight. That ideology is in its extreme because how does he have the divine right to start a big game like that?
because he is a big game player. That's his
No,
N'Golo
How,
Kante.
No, let me fix that.
It is N'Golo Kante.
Let me
you have
answer
to
that.
morph that slightly. You can't just
Right.
yeah.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like in those games like Bournemouth or whatever, those small teams, give him 15 minutes. Give him 45, 65.
10 minutes. Let him come and run and warm. I'm serious. Let him come and do whatever. I'm serious. That's what you need to see because you need to ease him to the game. I don't want to see N'Golo Kante play and get injured. I'm gonna get pissed off because of the love I have for this guy.
Abdullah,
Mhm.
I think what the point NK is making is a very valid point.
Mhm.
You
Thank you,
cannot
boss.
say, okay, you can sit out this number of games and only play this number of games. No, you can't do that for a senior team member. I think ideally what has to happen is, or ultimately what has to happen is somebody has to change. We have to change N'Golo Kante's role.
Yeah, yeah.
All this him running around the whole place trying to win every ball on the pitch, it has to stop. We either maybe have to give him the Jorginho role, which is a bit more sitting and restrictive,
Mhm.
okay, or we have to change. We have to do something about his role. In that case, the game doesn't have as the same impact it has on his body
Mhm.
like it's having at the
Then they
moment.
slow the game
But
down.
yeah,
They make
exactly.
it more
But
efficient.
just to say him playing, just marking out the game he should be playing and he shouldn't be playing, that's the same problem Kepa used to have when everybody was like, oh, he should only play the Caribou Cup and other stuff. And then there was an uproar, people saying, look at the amount he's earning. How can he just be sitting on the bench?
I agree with you, Abdul. I agree.
You know what I mean?
But you know, that's gonna happen. Remember when we were bringing back Loftus Cheek? People are
ACL
saying,
injury, yeah. We ease him into the game, yeah. I remember.
yeah, when he was getting 10 minutes, 15 minutes, people were like, oh, man, those 10 minutes he was doing good last game. Let him start the next game. So I would say fans will say what they want, but at least we have a coach who has a degree in emotional intelligence. He can sit down with Kante and tell him, hey, I'm going to play you these minutes because of your health or whatever. I'm trying to get you safe, not to get injured again, and ease him back again. So I don't think there should be a conflict in that. I don't
Is
think that
this
should be a big deal.
Fabrizio Romano?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a
sir.
good.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I feel this is essentially load management. That's what we're saying. Is essentially load management.
Yes.
This is below
I
ice.
just feel as if in football, it's a hard ask to load manage a player. I mean, it's essentially what Barcelona were doing with Iniesta. 60 minutes, you're not getting anything more than 60 minutes. That's essentially what I'm hearing. And it's not disrespectful. I love Kante. Changing his role, I'm just putting it out there. It's a question. Is he capable of? Because listen, man, his intensity thing. That's what he was great at. He can't. His body is not keeping up with that high intensity role he had before. If you're asking him to essentially play as a 6,
Mm-hmm.
is he capable? I don't want him to be a press trigger. That's the thing I'm scared about.
Yeah.
Kante's career is declined to the point where teams are when he touches the ball, teams are pressing him. I don't want to see that.
Me too.
So, is he? What do people think? Do you think he could change his role?
Yeah, I
Or
think
is it
for
time
me,
to pack it up?
I want to see N'Golo Kante play as a lone DM.
No, I think can he? Do you, from what
I
you've
think he
seen of
can. I think he
Kante?
can. Yeah.
Why do you think he can? Why is his ball retention good
Because I
enough to play
believe
there?
since okay.
Yeah,
I
that's the
believe
question.
okay.
Is his ball retention good enough to play in the six?
Yeah, it's not good enough. But this is what he
Olua,
has.
man.
I see. This is what he has ahead of Jorginho. Discipline.
Discipline? No,
Yes,
no, no, no,
N'Golo Kante
no,
is very disciplined.
no. It's not discipline on the. No, that's not
He
true.
is very disciplined. That
He's a
Jorginho.
very mobile player that want to boss around everywhere. He's not disciplined. I'm sorry.
No, listen.
He can pass. When you give him the ball from a goalkeeper to because
This man won't play in his six because he's a ball winner. He wants to win the ball.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
his natural instinct.
Abdul,
But Shehu,
let me help Abdul here.
Go ahead.
Kante and Jorginho are very different. Jorginho is brought. He plays that position because they try to play the ball from the behind, like from the back. So he plays that, he connects with the defenders and with what he's supposed to be doing with the attackers. Now Kante, if you play him in that position, that means your priority is not necessarily playing the ball from behind, from the defense,
goalkeeper.
from the goalkeeper. That's why you see Sarri was using him up front, so you can win the ball up there. Okay. When he was playing at Leicester City, where he was playing that position, it was more like
A boss to boss in Leicester City.
He didn't play that position. He was there with the pivot to drink water.
Okay, fine, but his main responsibility was what? He was more of a defensive midfielder, winning the ball in the midfield. Okay, they were playing more defensive. That whole Leicester's team, they were playing counter-attacking ball. Okay, Chelsea is different. They're trying to play attack. That's why they don't use him there. They try to use it up further on, to win the ball up. So, depending on who you want to use in that position, the position, it depends on the coach's philosophy. If you want to keep the ball, have possession, and control the game with the midfield, you have Jorginho. If you want to play a counter-attack, more defensive game, you can play Kante in that position.
Because Fabricio, thank you what you said that, because when Potter said that, I have a feeling Potter doesn't want to play N'Golo Kante the way other managers have been playing it. Because when they asked him that question, he said it today. He said the same thing again, and he said it, and I repeat it. When we look at his record, when we check his fitness, he has been injured for the past 5 years with a similar reoccurrence of injury. Yes. We don't want to have the same injury with N'Golo Kante. We want to ease him into the game, bit by bit, and then when he's fit, everybody in world football can know who N'Golo Kante is and how good of a player he is. That tells me there is a restriction where N'Golo Kante is going to be playing in Chelsea under Potter. There's going to be a restriction. That tells me that. Because the way Potter has been saying, it doesn't look like when Tuchel say, N'Golo Kante is the alpha, is the this, is the that. Potter literally just said it out. He has been having so much injury and he has to have a restriction, which shows me that N'Golo cannot play too much forward. He has to be either a DM where we have to find a way to play him together with Jorginho or somebody else to get the best out of him.
God, Chelsea fans.
I don't know.
Kante, I'm sorry. Kante's, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Kante's days of this injury, this setback, I'll say I'll be nice. The next, if you could ease him in and do whatever you want. If the guy gets another injury, his days of a starter, in my opinion, are done. He's a rotational player. He has to be a rotational at best. I'm sorry, at best is rotational.
The contract is demanding it's not going to be a rotational contract. It's demanding very huge contracts.
Very huge, exactly. That's my point.
Like, do you understand what I'm saying now?
I'm sorry. He can't be a starter. In my opinion, he should, from this point onwards, he shouldn't be a starter.
I agree with what you say, because he's demanding 4 years plus extra 1 more year.
Like, it doesn't tally, man. Like, you see what I'm trying to say? Look, we're being emotional about this. It doesn't tally. We're trying to say we should use him as a rotational player, and he's commanding almost 400K. Are you guys kidding me?
No. That one there, I don't agree with that one there. That one there, I don't agree with. But I will say, yeah, rotational thing. Okay, Olua, best case, can you not see him being a good rotational player to have?
I love him to look. I don't want him to leave the club if he look. The problem is Kante or his agent is they're trying to dictate for Chelsea, and I'm like, sorry, man, you're not in the position to do that right now. You're not in the position to do that because, man, you're hardly fit.
Because they want to make more money and hit. That's what they want to do.
You understand? If he was playing regularly and he was bossing the midfield, scoring goals, then I can say, okay, yes, you can, name your price for the club, then they can, bow down to your feet. But not them. The club is even trying to manage your situation. You have not just played one game, and you're talking about 4-year contract. Please, if you were Loftus Cheek, do you think they will have kicked him away since? Kicked him away of the club.
Why did they keep Loftus? I would create. Why do you think they kept Loftus?
Why, if you were Loftus? Because right now, man is on his last race. He's been injured. They've been nursing him for years. And all of a sudden, you want to come and, hold the club to ransom. The kick his ass off the pitch, man, of the club.
That's an issue that him and the club, the agent and the club, whatever, who negotiates the prices will discuss that. But to me, I'm looking at it. If you are Harry Potter, right now, would you rather have somebody come in, another midfielder, and get rid of Kante just because he's injured?
It's not because he's injured.
Or okay, according to you, he's not 100%, or he's not as good as he used to, right?
Yeah.
So would you get rid of him, or would you keep
Okay, if I was to be Potter, which I'm not, I have this conversation with Kante, say, hey man, I understand you're a world-class guy, your leadership, your quality is great. I still want you in the team. But here's the deal on ground. You can't hold the club to ransom by saying you want 4-year contract. You gotta lower your wages, and we're gonna play you in a rotational way. That's the term. That's the best way. That's the best you can offer him.
I agree with that. I personally agree.
I strongly disagree, because
Explain why.
I will. Number one, before the injury, Conte has been first of all, he was the most used player ever. Number one. Number two, all right. Just because he's injured, and now they're negotiating a new deal with the club. That does not mean like, okay, now I'm down, I'm injured, I can't play, and this injury is affecting my performances. That doesn't mean I should take less because I'm on a deathbed right now. I'm on an injury bed right now. That doesn't make sense.
I don't think you understand the context here. This man is not just injured. He's been always injured. This guy is an injury-prone player. Why is that hard for you to understand?
We gave you.
You're sounding like it's just one injury. This man had injury since August.
Yes.
He hasn't played. Now he's having a recurrent injury. He has aggravated the injury. You're telling me now that, he's in a better position to demand. No, man, come on.
But we understand why he's always injured. Like, see that.
But that's not the club's business. That's why I told you have to remove emotions and business, man. You're too emotional, bro. Come on, I just told you.
Okay.
This guy just threw that guy. He threw that guy. Boom.
Pause.
Yeah, I mean you, bro.
The physios. I just read today, Drogba was complaining about the physios who are there. They left. They brought in new ones. Okay. The reason why I mentioned that is this. If Conte is injured, okay, and they can work with him with the physios, along with the coach, okay, and do what we have discussed right now, which is manage him or ease him back to the team, to where he can get back to the way he used to, 100%.
That's where you're feeling so upset. You will not get to that stage anymore.
I know somebody that can revive N'Golo Kante. Eva Camelo.
This guy has passed it. I don't know why he's hard for you to accept.
I know who can revive Kante.
He's passed it. He's always having injuries. Like, look at Wilshere. He never got back there.
Wow. What did you say? Wow.
I'm not comparing quality. I'm telling you the impact of injury to a player. Okay. Once you constantly have regular injuries, your body starts failing you.
What's Kante's injury?
What?
What's the nature of what's his injured? What's his injury?
That's what I'm saying. He's having.
He had the.
It's a hamstring. It's a hamstring.
No, not an hamstring.
What is it?
The muscular tear in his knee. He has been having that injury since under.
No, but this one is a hamstring one.
This one here
is a.
You said what?
No, you said he has been having that injury since under what?
No, he has been having that injury. He has been the same injury. He's been having
recurrent injury.
The occurrence of injury. He had that injury under Conte, under Sarri, under Tuchel. Now he's having the same.
Come on, come on.
Let me remind you this. Do you remember that one time they were in practice, and Kante passed out in the during practice. Do you remember that?
I remember, yeah.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. I know Lua is like, all right, this guy is holding us back. We need some new whatever. But listen, in real world, if you really, things don't work that way. You have to be more prudent when you're dealing with high level players. Okay, you can
Yeah,
just
but
say,
not when he's holding you to ransom, demanding 4 years.
he's not holding anyone a ransom.
No, that's what he's doing. 4 years.
No, he
When was the last
wants
time Chelsea gave a player 4 years in a country, in a club? Not Koulibaly, yes, I agree. But I'm talking about the player that's been there and the player that's been injured for a while. The injury prone, history. 4 years. And how much is Koulibaly's wages? Koulibaly's wages is not even overboard. Kante staying with 4 years, look, it's going to be a burden on the club, whether you like it or not. And that's fact. If Kante says, you know what, guys, I'm willing to stay, I'm going to lower my wages or stay on the same wage, that's fine. But that's not the case here.
He doesn't have to. Why should he? Why should he lower his wages for what?
Fabrizio.
Why should he? Why should Chelsea wait for him to?
Fabrizio, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
It's this one there. It's a simple question. You have to be honest now.
I will.
Be 100% honest.
I will.
Do you think it's the wisest decision business wise to give a guy? I'm even be nice. Give a guy with Kante's record a 3-year deal. Do you think it's the wisest business wise? Just looking at it, pros and do you think it's the wisest? Because
yeah. You want me to answer? All right.
Yeah.
So this is why I'll say it's wise. Listen to me. Okay. If they run tests on Kante, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Find out about his health, his injury, the nature of it, and why it keeps on recurring. Okay, we already discussed this. And with Abdullah and everybody else, and we said, even Potter said, "Hey, this guy has been used so much. That's why he's having these recurring injuries." Okay, so if I know how he can perform when he's healthy, and is being used the proper way, not overused, I can give him 3 years because within those 3 years, I know the times that I will be playing him in big games, especially when we need the Champions League and everything else, he can bring in something that nobody in that midfield can bring. Okay? So it's just about managing the player, his minutes.
But you could see how that. Okay, that I understand. I see what you're saying. But you can see how this can also backfire, right? You can see how that even with the tests and everything you're saying, he might just be used. His body might just be done.
Brother, we're going too far. Let me tell you something. This man doesn't have much resale value. So from a business point of view, it makes no sense. So when you're talking about, it makes sense from business. He's 31. He's at the shoulders of his career. You're telling me now he's a business sense. There's sense in that from a business perspective. No, he doesn't have much resale value, so that doesn't make any business sense.
It's
facts.
A football.
They're just being sentimental, emotional, saying because he's done it in the past, he will do it again. It doesn't work like that, brother.
I'm being reasonable.
Why didn't Fernando Torres do the same for Chelsea?
Fernando Torres and Kante are not the same. That's a
well, you used precedents.
Listen to me.
Previous precedent.
Listen. As you have to think as a footballer and also as a business person.
And that's what you should know. It's obvious as a footballer, when you have constant injury, the chances of being to your very top is very slim.
Okay, can you listen?
I'm listening.
What I'm saying is this man, footballing wise, can still offer a lot if you manage his playing time. Okay.
This is not about manage. This is about improving his fitness first. Let him be fit first.
What do you think I'm discussing then?
But he doesn't have the time. This man is out for 3 more months.
Is the world ending?
3 more months is going to be in January.
Is the world ending?
So when does he have the time to prove his fitness, negotiate his contract? Okay. There's no time for that.
There is time. There is time. Why not?
What time? A man that's injured till January, he's still going to be rusty. When is he going to play to impress the club and say, hey guys, I can prove my fitness if you let me play?
Listen, there'll be 2 months of World Cup. Okay.
I think you are just nursing this thing. You're trying to patch this thing, bro. Let it go, man. Go get a new engine.
Try to reason. Try to reason.
I
okay?
understand your reasoning. I get your point.
You're just
If-
like, oh, you just don't leave. Okay, so just because somebody's injured, you just don't say, okay.
No, it's not because he's just injured. He's always been injured.
And we know why he is. We are going circles now.
That's not the club's. That is not Boli's problem or to what's the current club problem?
Olua, I have a question. Olua, I have a question. Okay, you're saying let him go. I just want to know where
I didn't say let him go. I said I will repeat myself again.
Okay, sorry, no. I get it. Sorry, I get it. If he lowers his wage demands or lowers his contract length offer, you see a role for him there. Cool.
Great. The term should be from Chelsea, not from him.
Okay, yeah, cool. If that doesn't happen, and let's say he's leaving on a free, what sort of club, what caliber of club do you see him going to? What based on how you view Kante, even with this record, sir?
It all depends on his fitness. If he can prove his fitness, then he can go to another big club. But from what I see, a lot of clubs want to gamble on him. You know why? Not because of his quality, but because of his fitness. If you're not fit, you can't play. It's as simple as that. No matter how good you are.
Was it PSG who wanted him?
Yeah, PSG want him. Yeah.
Okay, all right. PSG is a small club, right?
Why didn't that make a bid for him? If they really wanted him, why didn't they bid for him?
No, I'm showing as from January, you can speak to any club.
Then couldn't them take him? Then you'll see if they can take him. Let them take him.
That's what I want to know. That's why I asked. I want to know I want to know where people think this guy's going to go.
Well, here's prophecy. Kante is not leaving Chelsea. Watch.
Ooh, Fabrizio, you know there's people that clip these streams. You know that.
I'll send you. Who wants to bet? We can put.
I'm not advocating for him to leave the club. Maybe you're not getting my point. I'm just saying the 4 years deal shouldn't be offered to him.
Okay, that's why
he can stay in the club. They can do like a deal, like maybe 2-year deal or something, which is fair enough for both parties. But it shouldn't be rigid on just that 4 years and say, "Oh, I want a 4-year." That's if Mason Mount says he wants a 4-year, you can say, "Okay, that's fair enough. This is a guy that's got prospects. He's got resale value. He's playing on top of his game." You can have a debate there.
Mason Mount should go to Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, don't say that. Come on, don't say that.
The most useless player.
You sound like Emmy. Don't say that.
The most useless player in Chelsea history. The most. And I repeat, putting in caps, the most useless player in Chelsea history. I said it today.
He said he's the most useless player in Chelsea history.
Most useless player.
So where do you put Bakayoko, drink water? So you can see your flaws in your talk now. You see what you're saying.
Okay.
Mason Mount is the worst player in Chelsea history.
How was Bakayoko there?
Please, bro.
How long was Bakayoko How long was Bakayoko there?
It was there for a year, I think. It was trash.
Okay. What's this boy's name?
Please, let's don't have this conversation. To me, it doesn't even make any sense. Mason Mount is just playing Chelsea out.
Doesn't N'Golo Kante. What's the way forward? Tosin.
What about Rhys James? You're not talking about Rhys James.
We're gonna talk about because I saw the report, but because Potter said James spoke to him yesterday when they get back in the training that he said it's fine, that the injury is not like the way the reporter said that it's fine. They're gonna do a fitness a test tomorrow to confirm, but they said it's not too much. Yeah. It should be fine.
So what it do?
Tosin,
how you living?
What do you think of N'Golo Kante?
N'Golo Kante, what's up with him?
Demanding 4 years, but he's out of the World Cup. He's injured again.
He's demanding a 4-year contract.
Yeah, White Boli wants to give him 2 years with extra 1 more year. And now officially he's out of the World Cup. He's injured again.
Then if he really wants to stay, he'll compromise and take the 2 years.
Thank you.
The 1 year. He's 31.
Mm-hmm.
Why would no team is giving him? I mean, I think N'Golo Kante's next club, if he were to leave, he'd sign a 3-year contract at his next club. No club is giving him 4 or 5. He's 31.
He's 31, yeah. I agree.
And not just that he's 31, he's injury prone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He needs to prove his fitness first. There's no point. Who is this guy? If he was fit regularly, then we can have a different discussion.
Wait. You have to respect N'Golo Kante.
I'm not disputing his quality.
Every's alive.
No, you can't come on this stream and I'm
not disrespecting the lad. No, you guys are getting me wrong.
Okay. Before we blew
He's a great
traditional
player.
trumpet to you.
He's a great player for Chelsea for World Cup. Fantastic guy, humble. But we have to be realistic here. Man is hardly fit. Constantly having same injury all the time.
Yes, but there's a reason why he's unfit and he's
No
getting
one
injured.
cares what happened in the past.
Okay, if
Think
you don't
about
care,
now.
if you
You're
don't
telling me
care,
that you're telling me why
okay,
why he got injured is so
if
because
you
of that we
don't
should offer him
care, then you
sort of
don't
gold.
understand why he's performing that way. If you don't care, that's
It's
what
okay.
you don't
I'm sorry for
understand.
using the word I don't care. I might be too harsh there, but I'm trying to say that's not the reason we should offer him what he wants. No, it's business. Yeah, man.
And it's
Yeah,
football,
like it's
football
just
It's
business.
it's
business.
not where his next club. He's not like he's
We're
not
not a
getting
charity
4
club,
years.
man.
That's
You
all.
gotta
That's
head.
all
I
we're
agree.
saying.
I
No
agree
one's
with
saying
you.
he's not gonna
Okay,
get
we're
it.
going in circles.
Yeah,
James now? What's next?
it's not like Kante
Em,
won't know where to eat next
Yeah.
or something.
Ngolo, going forward, what's going on, Mr. Ngolo Kante? What do we do with
It's
Ngolo?
just unfortunate, man.
Chelsea fans are saying he should retire. He should hang off his boots.
No.
No,
Nobody knows.
I'm like, no one said that. No one said this guy.
Chelsea
No.
fans,
No, I'm sure
that is
that's
what Chelsea
Nana.
fans are saying. NK,
I'm sure
Chelsea
that's
fans are
Nana.
saying that.
Nana and his group.
Chelsea fans are saying they want him to retire and hang off his boots.
I
That's
think, I
follow what
think,
type.
I
I
think,
wanted to. I don't know
I
what to
think
say to Chelsea
it would
fans.
be really sad that the World Cup will not see one more Ngolo in
But
Qatar.
why do I have a feeling that Didier Deschamps will call N'Golo Kante despite his
He's not
injury?
calling him. No, Kante is out. Kante is out.
Okay, we'll see.
Kante is out. Kante, it's unfortunate because since that game in Baku, that final in Europa League, is 2019. He's not been the same for 3 seasons. He rarely got injured before then. Rarely.
And by the way, Kante
Rarely.
missing this World Cup, maybe it's him also giving a sign to Chelsea that, you know what, I'll get fit for you. Like, it's more commitment. Maybe it's a sign of commitment more so to Chelsea as well.
No. Kante loves his country more than Chelsea. Believe me, man, bro.
Nope, I doubt it. I doubt it.
I'm telling you.
The reason why, for example, PSG have always wanted Kante. Like,
Mhm.
the reason why Kante never wanted to come to play in Paris is because of his family lives in Paris, and his family will start asking him more shit, like the entourage, like, just
His family
being
lives
in his
Paris.
home, being
How?
in his home city. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, him being closer to his family, like he'll just be more like prone to stuff like extortion and shit, bro. It gets really
Extortion?
Emmy, you know how it be,
it
man.
gets
You know how
wild.
it be.
Yeah,
Oh,
family,
stop, man. Those
family be
African
on your
people,
back.
man.
Family
Emmy,
always.
you know how it be, bro. It
No
be,
way,
That's why
man.
that's why he likes staying. Trust me, that's why he likes staying in London, and he would like to stay in London. If he's not gonna be in Chelsea, he's gonna stay in the Premier League. He's gonna pick
Yeah.
another team. He might go to
He
Arsenal
already said he'll be in London. So
or
it's either Spurs or Arsenal.
yeah. I could see
I
Kante.
know
I could
someone
see
like Kante,
Kante
right?
look at him. Yeah,
Someone like Kante doesn't mind because he started from less. He started from
Antonio Conte could get him.
Yeah, Conte could get him. Yeah, I agree.
and let me not lie to you. I'm more scared if we ever see Chelsea. I would say see Kante in a Chelsea shirt again. I'm telling you because if he gets he's out for 4 months now,
No,
and
3
that's
months.
like 3-4 months. That we're
Yeah,
looking at January.
he'll be back max after the World Cup.
No, you think it's that easy to just start playing football after you
No,
get
I
injured?
say we'll be back after the World Cup. Maybe that's towards January.
No, I think so. There's a difference between physical fitness and match fitness. Even when he gets physically fit, like he can play before they put him, and that's where the Premier League is going to be crunch time, right?
Yeah.
Before they will put N'Golo in a match, it's probably going to be mid-February. That's if everything goes right. If everything, the healing process, everything goes right. Maybe February ending before you see N'Golo Kante.
So what happened if you aggravate this injury?
Oh, he's done. He's done.
You see what I'm saying?
And guess what?
Mr. Fabrizio, where are you?
He's done.
If that happens again, right?
He's done.
No, and remember, this injury is an hamstring injury, so it's a muscular injury, right? And with muscular injuries,
Yeah,
man, it has to just heal, right? It's
Yeah.
not like it's a bone. If it's a bone, then they know what they can do to,
It'll
to
heal.
get the
Yeah.
bone fixed. But it's a muscular injury, it has to take its course. It's like flu. You can take as much as we all want to take for flu, but man, your body has to fight the flu at the end of the day. So the muscular injury, it's just, and it's because of the way he plays. He can't.
He's
Yeah,
because
explosive. He's an
because
explosive player.
the asked a reporter the same question and he's been dodging the question. I'm like, because when they asked Tuchel about Ngolo, they say Ngolo is my Neymar, it's my Mbappe, it's my KDB.
That's true.
But when they asked Potter said it. He said, "We have sat down and we have already analyzed. Look at N'Golo Kante, his injury record. We notice he's been injured for a very long time in terms of the occurrence of his injury. And even if he's fit, we're gonna ease him into the game. We don't know what
And he's
what's
losing
N'Golo Kante.
leverage when your contract's running out like this, and
Exactly.
you're not available. You just lose leverage at that point.
So my feelings is Potter. There's a way Potter wants to play Conte. It's gonna be different that way other manager plays him.
That's
Maybe
not true.
Maybe there may be a way that he has to restrict him in terms of I want you to play this position because of your injuries and your.
It's not true.
No.
No.
Once you don't.
Nobody
do
will
all
ever do that
You
to
just,
Kante.
yeah, just play
I'm
your
just
game.
having that
You
feeling.
don't want to.
Wait, so Tosin.
You can't see Abdullahi. You can't restrict Kante to now.
Yeah, just let him play his game.
No, you kill him. You rather just let him just retire from football.
No, wait, time out. Tosin and Emmy, you're seeing the toll this guy's role is playing on his body, the intensity of football this guy's playing, and you man are telling me that he should continue playing that same way
he doesn't have to play with that intensity. But you telling him now to sit as a DM and sit and wait? No, you're killing his football. Yeah. So
That's
you
tough.
can tell him, oh, Kante, you don't have to sprint 60, 50 meters, to win the ball in the last 20 meters of the field. I want you to win the ball in the center circle for me, right? And, press where you can press and then just come back and chill. But you telling him, oh, don't run here. No. As a footballer now, footballers have pride. You know that they're human beings, right?
No,
They have pride.
bro. Like there's
I agree. But
modern
I think
football,
that
everyone has to press. Like it's not like if a player loses the ball, or there's a ball that comes to your side, and you know that you have the right players around you, and you know that player is the trigger, you have to make the run. Whether you're the midfielder, you're the forward in that situation, you have to press. Like it doesn't matter.
Tosin,
Conte's style is going to be Conte's style, like regardless, and he just needs to find a way to, take better care of himself.
My thing is I understand that, I agree, but in my opinion, it's okay. Yeah, in my opinion, you could be agree. In fact, in my opinion, it improves your legacy. Just tweak your role slightly.
What do you mean? Like you mean like he should just play as a pure number 6 as a sitter?
He should try and change his game. I know it sounds harsh. I know it's tough, but you need to prolong your career. I really.
So what,
don't
like
see
as
him
a single
surviving.
pivot or as just in a double pivot?
He could be a double pivot, but his role and intent, Tosin, in my opinion, it's just me. It has to change. Like it just has to.
He's not going to give you. He's not a distributor. Why would you want him? Like you want Kante to have space. Like you want Kante to carry the ball. Like carry it forward. Like drive the ball. Like that's his game. What are you doing? Like
Tosin,
what?
I get it. Tosin, I get it. But this guy's missed 68 games since 2019-20. He's missed 68 games. I
And
can't.
you know that if he's available, that we win majority of our matches. You know that because it's very important to us.
He's missed 68 games. I'm sorry,
This
me personally.
It doesn't matter. You just have to get used to it, man.
Okay, we'll see. But if this guy re-aggravates his injury again, he's done.
Bye-bye.
Sometimes you just get used to it.
Finito. So
what's
guys,
the chances that will happen again? You tell me.
Oluwaseun, please. If that happen again, just call it a day.
Like you guys, what's it called? Tuchel said he's my Neymar, he's my KDB. What's it called? KDB missed the full season in the 2018-19. He missed damn near the whole season.
Yep.
Manchester City won the league without him. Neymar's missed like close to 50% of games in Liga, like 60%, 50% of games, like in his whole career. Like, and what are we gonna sell him? No, like
They don't play at the same intensity. They're different.
The intensity
No.
required. That yeah.
If Kante doesn't give that intensity, he's not more Kante. That's reality.
and I still
That's
think he has it
reality.
in him to give that. You think that that's gonna be
Because if
lost?
I ask you, other than okay, you might think I'm trying to discredit. It's not like Kante is a good passer of the ball. Like you might want to
I
say,
know,
you might
I know,
want to
I
say,
know.
oh,
I
he's
agree.
good with his intensity. That's what we love. That's what people like
No,
about
that's
Kante.
not true. I think his passing is actually better than a lot of people actually give him
Better
credit.
than who? Jorginho?
At least he passes the
Better
ball
than
better than
Jorginho or
Kovacic.
Kovacic?
Yes, he does.
Did you say yes?
Yes.
Than Jorginho, right?
When last did you see Kante lose the ball?
Oh my! Kante's ball retention is not even that great. Please.
Come on, man. Do you
No,
know,
no, no. Ball retention is not great. That's one of his flaws.
Do you know
He's
that
exposed him now.
do you know last season for the games he played?
Look, his
had
ball
the most
retention.
people-
I'm sorry,
No,
ain't
now
good. It's not good enough.
No. You guys play too much FIFA, man. Too much FIFA.
He
You
said
guys
it's
play
not
too
good
much
enough.
FIFA. How can you
Oliver,
Yeah.
know
he said
that
it's not
His
good
ball
enough.
retention is not good enough for the kind of player portray.
Wait, let me ask you a question, right?
You're telling me it's
When-
better than
how
Jorginho
long-
ball retention.
How long?
Please,
how
man.
long?
Let's
How
kill the
long have you been
argument.
watching
Sorry.
Kante? How long have you been watching Kante?
How long have I been
You know
watching
Kante-
Kante?
You know Kante started his career as a winger
What does that have to do?
because that tells you for you to know how to play as a winger. I don't know if you played football.
So you play as a winger, you must know how to hold the ball.
Yes.
Does Sean Philip know how to hold the ball? Was his ball
Who
retention
the
good?
hell is that?
Does Lennon? Please, man. Look, Kante, whether you like it or not, man is superb. He can boss midfield. I agree.
No.
He's got energy. But when it comes to utilizing the ball,
Yeah,
ball retention, recycling the ball is not his strength. Please,
What has
No,
this
that
guy-
level is not Jorginho's. Jorginho is way better there.
No, I think
You're telling me he's a better passer than
I think
Jorginho. What?
you're underrating Kante's.
I'm not underrating him. He's world class. Kante is world class.
Kante is
But
an
whether you're
all-round
world class or not, he
midfielder.
still got his flaws, man.
No, but he's an all-round midfielder. You cannot be.
He's
an
not all
all-round-
round midfielder, please.
He's not. So what's he?
He's not all round midfielder. Paul Scholes is all round midfielder. Stephen G is all round midfielder.
So wait.
How many times do you see him spraying 60-yard pass, 70-yard pass in the game? How many times?
Oh my
Sometimes
god.
do you have
No, it's
to
a
play
question.
60-yard
Now I'm beginning to slander the player now.
Yeah,
don't wanna do that.
You are starting him. You're cooking this guy.
Man is world class. Don't get me wrong. I love his intensity, but look,
No,
let's don't act like he doesn't have flaws. He has some
no.
flaws in his game.
No, you can't.
Kante loses possession. His passes could be awkward at times. You saw this last season, man. Come on.
That was last season. Now that's when he has said drop.
Not just last season. I'm just saying, okay, let me use last season because it's still recent.
2018 season. That was his peak.
Even at his best peak, man was not good to
Bro,
pass the
you don't
ball.
know the guy. You don't know the guy. You don't know him.
I don't know Kante.
I cease to agree with you.
You don't have to agree. When we said he's better than Jorginho in passing the ball, what does that say?
Better than Kovacic in passing the ball.
You told me he's better than retention than Kovacic.
Oh my lord. No.
Kovacic retention is superb.
Kovacic cannot pass the ball.
He can't pass the ball. But can Kante do that?
Blue
Kante
eyes.
passes the ball.
Kante.
If you watch Sarri's season, you see
Sarri's
that
season.
Sarri used Kante.
Emmy. Kante is not a good passer. Let's
He's a good
Thank
passer
you.
of the
Please
ball.
tell him. He's not a good passer of the ball. Please tell him.
He passes the ball very well.
He's not a good passer. Let's be real to ourselves, Chelsea fans. I know you don't want to say the truth.
Pass accuracy, right?
he has
His
improved.
accuracy is not superb for a world-class player of that level. No.
Here we
Blue
go.
not
eyes.
superb.
Blue eyes. N'Golo Kante.
His passing accuracy is not now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys said it all, man. I've been saying this from a long time. You guys don't want to listen to me. So I don't know why. It's funny how everything I say is aging like fine wine.
Wait, what did you say? No, what did you say?
No, come on. I called this like about a year ago that we have to start. Listen, after the World Cup, right?
He's not going to World Cup. He's out of the
That's
World Cup.
barring his Champions League performances. You can tell that there were some holes in N'Golo Kante's game. like Shane was Oluwa was saying. However, we start looking at the fact that he couldn't. I thought he was going. I said this to Carl earlier. Can N'Golo Kante remodel his game? Can he stop?
Thank you.
Can he
Thank
stop
you.
running and maybe pick up just a tad of Modric? Just let the ball do the work for you,
Thank
so
you.
that you can conserve your energy.
I completely agree.
But he can't do that. That's what I thought he was going to do, because I think Iniesta's of the world did that. Iniesta had to readjust his game quick.
Brother, do you know why he couldn't change his game?
Why?
He didn't have the. Okay, you think I'm slandering him here again?
What?
His ability to make the ball work is not as good as you all think. That's why.
I guess so. I don't know what it was,
No,
but
it's true, it's
listen,
true.
for me,
He's
I
not
was
a
looking
maestro, and that's
I was just looking for him to remove. Like,
that's not
you
him.
can't- I said it earlier. He cannot be N'Golo Kante cannot be the N'Golo Kante of Leicester. He cannot sustain that kind of intensity for 5 years straight. Something is got to give, and because of his high IQ of the game, I expected him to, like remodel his game, pass and show.
Be Makalele.
Like,
Or what?
even you know what? Well said. Makalele knew his limitations. Just in case people didn't know,
Yeah,
what made
he
him a
did.
class act is he knew his
Yeah.
limitations and he just
Yeah.
stayed in his lane.
Yep.
That's how he ate his lunch,
Even
man. So
Makelele said the same thing to Kante, that for him to preserve his energy, just play as a DM.
stay
Just
in
see
your
that,
lane.
be that pass as a DM.
But like
get the
Emi
ball,
was saying
pass to
something.
the
Blue Eyes, I'll tell you something. Look at Mascherano when he was playing.
Thank
He
you.
also had injury. He was injury prone for a while.
Yeah.
But because of his ball ability, he can utilize the ball better. He fell back to playing in defense. If you
Yes,
notice,
I remember he played. He
Yeah.
played five. He played
Yo,
five. You're right.
Kante in a 3-man defense.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
So listen, Emi said something, and you guys said it's not true. Kante is almost an all-round midfielder. However, I hope he doesn't end up making him a master of all. And what is it called?
No,
Jack
he's
of
a
all trade.
Jack
and
of
master
all trades,
none.
master of none.
are you
Yeah.
turning him to a Kai Havertz, please?
No. I'm just saying, because then what is N'Golo Kante's niche? Can somebody tell us?
His niche is his intensity, but he can't do it
You
anymore.
see what I'm saying?
His niche is his intensity.
Interrupting attacks from the opposition.
Damn, so you guys are saying like Kante right now is a wash commodity.
No,
just
he's
a
not.
wash product.
That's
No,
what Olua is
no,
saying.
no,
That's
no,
what Olua is saying. Olua is.
I tell you one
with
thing.
that energy.
I tell you one thing, Tosin. Kante cannot break into Chelsea's midfield right now.
Huh?
Damn, so if that's the case,
Right
then
now,
he's-
no, right now, as things stand, let's say Kante gets better, he's going to be coming off the bench for at least 2 months.
That's cap. That's cap. Blue Eyes. That's cap.
Okay.
That he's ahead of Jorginho in the pecking order if he's fully fit. There's no Chelsea fans can tell me otherwise.
No,
He's
Jorginho is
ahead of Jorginho in the pecking order.
Jorginho owns the Jorginho. You have to call Jorginho before you get on the list.
Oh my god.
No. I think it depends with what the coach wants to do. Like let's say if you're playing an attacking team, name one, I don't know, Bayern or something. Okay, Kante will be the most important midfielder to play. Now, if you know you're going to have possession, and you want to have the most of the possession, you want to play from the back, Jorginho and whoever, pick one. Kovacic.
Kova.
Kova is the best midfielder in that, as far as ball retention, skills, moving the ball up. Defensively, is not there.
Excuse me.
Let him finish. Let him run.
You want me to speak? You want me to speak French? I would say
Excuse me. Hold on. First things first.
Kovacic,
Is this the same Fabrizio
listen.
Romano that is in the comments?
Yeah, he's the
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah, he's the one.
I have some bullets saved for you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, but this is what I want to say. Kovacic, in fact, in that whole team, skills-wise, as a footballer, ball control, moving up the ball, except defense. Defense, he's not that. He's the most talented.
That's cap.
That's pure cap.
Who's better than him? Name one.
Jorginho, bro. J5, my brother.
All right, this is why I'll say Jorginho is not.
Okay, why?
Jorginho has two things. Jorginho can.
Fabrizio, this is the best way to ask that question. It's not about who. Hold on, let me help you out. It's not about who is better. who is more important to what Chelsea is doing right now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Depending on what you want to do.
I do like what Fabinho is saying. Jorginho might be more important, but I think natural talent. I think Kovacic.
Yes, depending on how you
No,
want
Like
to
you
set
said,
up the
blue
goal.
line. Who's more
Kovacic, no,
important?
Kovacic,
G5
no.
is more important.
Kovacic has no. Listen, I've said this before. Kovacic has no end product.
Oh.
Dora the Explorer.
He's
Hold
like,
on, hold
he's
on.
like
hold on.
Adel Tarab.
Time out.
You remember Adel Tarab?
This guy
Time
said,
out.
"Bring that backpack back."
Hold on.
The guy has no
product-
end product.
end
I'm
product
surprised
as-
that I'm surprised
Sorry.
he passed the ball recently. I was surprised. Sorry, go ahead.
No, this is what I wanted to ask you. End product as in what? As in scoring?
No,
But that's not his role.
That's
not
I
his
don't
role.
want. I don't
Exactly,
need
that's-
him. No, I don't
Wait,
need him
whose
to
role
score.
is it? Whose role is it then? Jorginho?
No, I don't need him to score. I just need him to.
There was a
activate-
game, Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
There
that's
was a game.
one of his flaws. He
Yeah,
doesn't
bro,
know how to make those passes in the final half of the
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. He
Activate-
lacks that now. He doesn't have
Activate
that.
the
man.
offense. Activate the front line. You don't
He
know.
can
He did
dribble.
it
He
against
can retain the
Wolverhampton and
ball.
AC Milan. He did it in AC Milan.
That's what
He-
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he tried. He tried in that match.
Fabrizio,
tried.
that's what I'm saying.
Inter Milan, not AC Milan.
I
AC
don't
Milan
need goals.
and no, he did it under Potter. When
Fabrizio,
Potter came, he has been
Fabrizio,
doing
let
it.
me-
He
let
did
me
it under
just-
Wolves and under.
Fabrizio, let me even tell you, it's called. I call it APTA. Assist before the assist.
Okay.
Your APTA numbers. What are your APTA numbers like? That's when we start looking at you. That's what Modric does. I'm not saying he's like Modric. No, I'm just saying his ability to engage the attack is limited.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. But here's what I like about him, though. What makes him very important, especially when you're playing a team that presses like Liverpool. Because most of the big teams now, the pressing is like that's a requirement. Okay, he can break out of what do you call
Press
it?
resistance.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
thank
the
you.
solutions.
And
He's
make
a
that
good dribbler of the ball as well.
But Fabrizio,
you.
what you're forgetting, what you're forgetting, right, is I love the fact that you bring up this press resistant point. Now teams have figured Kova out. They don't press him, so they kill him with possession. So you wait for
What do you
him. So you don't need to. If you want to beat Chelsea with Kova in the game, don't press Kova. That's the tactic. Because when you don't press him, he has nothing to anti-press. So he dies with possession, which is exactly what he does. He runs around with no end product.
No. This is what
He's
I'm
right.
saying.
No, he's right. He's absolutely right.
That is facts, man.
He's absolutely right.
It's football,
Abdul,
bro.
why are you keeping quiet? Talk to.
No.
Abdullah, okay. It's just like what I've said a few weeks ago. To me, Kova is an unproductive number 10.
That type of description fits it all. That's
what
a
I mean?
description that says
Because
it all.
all these opinions would have been different if he was giving us like 10 goals a season.
Thank you. Or
Will
even
have been-
5 assists.
We were always talking about him being better than Modric or in the same league.
He's never been better than Modric. Sorry, continue.
But
Yeah,
Modric,
yeah.
that's not. But his role. But
Thank
his
you.
role.
You
No,
have
but-
to understand his role.
About his natural ability.
You're not taking 10 goals, 5 assists. That's not his role.
I completely Tosin. I completely agree. But sorry, Abdul. to
It's a
cut you
figure
off.
of speech. We just need to see productivity from him.
Yeah.
So wait. They say that's not his role. What is his
Yeah.
role then? Is it
No.
different?
Well said.
You know,
bro.
when-
What is
his
his
role-
role? What is his
Okay,
role?
so like
I'll tell you
I'll
his
say
role.
this. Like
Sheon, let me answer your question. Right? You see, there is no role. He's so talented. There is no role.
yeah,
He
that's
cannot play
that's
in
that's
the
the point.
midfield, but he's not productive. He's not a productive
That's the
player.
point. He's got talent, but he has no end product. And
No.
that's what I criticize him. Have you seen his stats before?
No,
It's
Terrible.
not really about
Hey,
stats.
midfielder, his stats is terrible. He can't shoot to save his life. That guy.
Okay.
I saw this a year and a half ago.
It's terrible stats for a
Tell
midfielder.
me,
Abdullah knows. How long have I been on this case, Abdullah?
Mr. Black.
I'm lying me
you
as
have
well,
a
by the
feeling
way. I'm
that-
also there, but not as harsh. Not as harsh.
No, I've been on this.
Abdullah, are we going to talk about a Clasico?
We'll talk about a Clasico. We'll talk about Liverpool.
Are we going
Yes,
to talk
sir, you
about the Manchester City Liverpool game?
We'll
Because
talk
those are
about
the
it
games.
next. I
there's
want
nothing
everything.
to talk
Everyone
about.
does.
Liverpool will lose 7-1.
Can we also not forget to talk about Uzoho or what's
Oh
his
my
name?
God, no, guys! I have something to
Oh.
say. Blue eyes.
Me too. I
have
just wrote
something
my
to say.
apology already to
No,
you.
no, 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 Blue Eyes. I'm not giving a dumb apology. That guy cost me a walk up, a Qatar ticket walk up. No, 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 no.
No, it was
Blue Eyes,
Umadu
Francis
forgive me what
Uzoho,
I've
we
done.
appreciate
No.
you in this, around
Blue
this
Eyes,
side.
Umadu
We
forgive me
Kokoye.
appreciate
what
a
That
lot.
I've
was
done
Umadu Kokoye
for
now.
AFCON and for
No, no, no,
World
no.
Cup.
That was Umadu Kokoye, man. Welcome to
Francis,
Umadu.
no, 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 no. Against Ghana, it was Francis Uzoho.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
It cost us a World Cup ticket. And that guy had 12 saves yesterday. 12
God is
saves.
great, man. God is
And
great.
Sofa
He said,
rating
God
gave
is
him
great.
Sofa rating gave him 9.9 over 10.
Yeah. God is great.
Abdullahi, just wanted to say we appreciate Francis around here.
I'm
We
telling
love
you.
you and appreciate you, Francis. Continue the
Listen,
good
I hope
work.
he gets a contract out of it. He did he was fantastic. I hope he gets somebody, he gets a look in. Maybe not a contract, a look in. You know,
The,
just
the, the Nigerian goalkeeper that played against Man United.
Yeah,
yeah.
yesterday, yeah.
Oh,
I hope he
yeah, I
gets
just-
a look in, man. The guy
The
stood
guy
on
was
his
just
head yesterday.
Blue Eyes, I was like, is this Francis Uzoho in Nigeria or not? I did not believe it. He said Bruno, Ronaldo, Casemiro. I was like, what is going on?
Rashford too. Rashford as well. Rashford had a
four
one-on-one.
times in a row. I was like, excuse me? Wow.
Amazing.
Somebody's on mission today.
Amazing.
Juju.
Somebody is on mission today.
Yeah, you
What
see
do you say?
haters. You say
12
haters.
saves.
Haters. You see
12.
the haters. Haters are always lucky. See haters.
You see the haters.
Francis is my idol.
Yeah.
I didn't see the game.
Yeah,
I say,
we
Ghana,
love
I love
Francis.
you,
We
bro.
love you. We love you, Francis.
Congrats,
We love
Francis,
you.
man.
You
Big
see,
deal.
and I see them. I see haters. There's God.
We
though.
love you.
There is God. There is God. Though. No wahala. There is God. Guys, now let's talk. Liverpool, Man City. Tosin, what are you looking into?
Playing in Anfield, right?
Yeah, it's an Anfield. Yeah.
I know how that
No
game is going to end.
analysis. One team can't defend. But I mean, to be fair, I mean, Klopp, you go back to the basics. When you
Exactly.
can't defend,
You attack.
you try to be compact. 4-4-2, two banks of four, two strikers. Take it back to basics. That's what Klopp's done. So
I'm just curious to know why doesn't it play Fabinho? Like, is it due to injury or loss of form or what?
I think maybe lost of form.
Fabinho is very overrated. He's a mess, man.
I don't know
So
about overrated.
overrated.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
he
I
is
don't know about
overrated.
overrated though.
The
I
guy
don't
just
know about
lunges in the challenges. Like he's so overrated, man.
He's overrated. He
Offers
is.
nothing with the ball
Wait,
either. Like
did you say Fabinho or Firmino?
Wait.
Fabinho.
Oh,
Fabinho.
Oh no,
Okay,
Firmino is
Fabinho,
walk. Firmino is.
He offers less with the
no,
ball.
Firmino.
Is that what you said?
Firmino.
Oh no,
walk-
no.
No,
I said
I-
Fabinho.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Fabinho,
Fabinho. I'm talking about Fabinho.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
Fabinho.
Tosin,
No,
scoreline.
No, Fabinho
Let's do
is
score
decent,
prediction.
man.
Scoreline for
Scoreline.
Yo, Liverpool gonna
2-1
win
City.
that game.
2-1 City. It'll be a close game. It'll be a close game. 2-1 City.
Fabrizio, scoreline.
Liverpool.
Realistically, if they're playing at Anfield, Pep. What's that German guy?
Klopp.
Klopp is under pressure. He'll try everything. It's going to end 2-2. I don't see Man City losing to Liverpool, and I don't see Liverpool. I'll see Liverpool. They'll try everything to try to stop Man City because Man City is a machine right now. So 2-2.
I think regardless of Man City playing good and Liverpool not playing well, when it comes to head, Liverpool does well against Man City.
Yeah.
You know, Liverpool's not the best of form.
No.
The Anfield again, the crowd.
No. I disagree. If Klopp plays the way like attacks like he usually does, he will be skinned alive. With this Man City team, oh my God, you must be smoking weed if you think that head to head, Liverpool has no chance. They have to be defensive.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's game, man.
It's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game favors Liverpool quietly.
Mm-hmm.
You're not whispering as well, Blue Eyes.
No, it very, very quietly favors Liverpool. Trust me.
A little
How?
bit, yeah.
Joel Matip. Joel Matip.
Matip? Really?
Come on, bro.
Really? Matip?
This
That,
guy
that's
Blue
that's
Eyes
your
is
wild
sick,
card.
man.
That's your
This guy
wild
Blue
card.
Eyes is sick, man.
That's your wild
Matip?
card. Come on, man.
Joel Matip.
Matip?
Okay, I'll leave you.
Oh
I'll
my
leave you
God.
with that name.
Blue
I'll
Eyes,
leave you
give me the
with that name.
scoreline.
Oh no, that's easy, man. 3-0 Liverpool.
I'm clipping this, don't worry. NK, give me a
3-0
scoreline.
Liverpool.
I'll go 2-1 Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Blue
I
Eyes,
know Liverpool's
scoreline.
gonna win this game.
Oliver, scoreline.
Maybe 2-2. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Abdul,
Conservative.
my Man City Liverpool scoreline.
I think we might get a surprise outcome on with this game. I don't see it, but then when I think about the football, the recent football, I can see Man City destroying Liverpool.
Yes.
But then when I go quiet and I just think about the name Man City Liverpool, I'm excited. But then when I think about the recent football, I'm thinking, gosh, there's no match. So I don't know what's gonna happen. The only
Give
thing
me,
is
give
I'll
me a
probably
score
be
prediction.
a bit tired because I will have stayed till 5 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
trying to watch Deontay Wilder. So I don't know how I'm going to manage that.
So
So
just give me a prediction for this for Sunday match.
I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know.
It's in God's hands, Abdul. Is that what you're saying?
God
In
is
God
God.
with us. Okay. Emmy, Liverpool, Man City. Give me a prediction.
Man City 4, Liverpool 1.
Wow. Wow, Emmys. That's how you're feeling, yeah?
That's
Yeah,
possible.
Haaland 2 goals, Foden 1 goal, De Bruyne 1 goal. Nunes scores the sole consolatory goal. 4-1. Yeah.
You know my thing. Sorry, guys. Just to ask a question. Apparently, Liverpool didn't even press Rangers. I think Klopp's gone back. Like Turson said, he's completely gone back to the basics. They didn't press Rangers' backline the entire game. I don't know if anyone watched that game that could
Yeah,
clarify
but that was easy. They didn't need to press because
why.
Liverpool got strategic goals at the right time.
Okay. No, they were 1-0 down. Blue Eyes.
I know, but still, the comeback was a soccer punch goal.
Okay. Okay.
So it put them in a position where it put what's the other team?
Rangers.
Exactly. It almost put Rangers on the ropes. There was no need. There was really no need for Liverpool to
But
press. What?
yeah, but Blue Eyes, historically, fundamentally,
Yeah.
traditionally,
Yeah.
psychologically, Liverpool are pressing these guys off the park. Like that's what they do.
No,
That's
but
what they do.
listen. But what happens is when you falter 4 games straight, when you have epileptic performances, you have to. No, it's true. When you string together a cluster of epileptic performances, you have to resort back to type.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to
So
resort back to type.
So Blue Eyes,
this
my question is:
yes.
are they going to resort back to that same type against City, or are they going to go back to what they do? That's my
No,
question.
but the problem is that's why I asked what is head to head. What's the head the past 4 games? Who's leading right now? Because
All I
City,
know is that Pep's
I bet
record at Anfield is spooky. It's not good. It's not good at all.
you go.
Someone check it up, but it's not.
Let me
It's not a
check.
good record.
I'm not sure. Let me see.
All I know is this. The guy that's PSG, I don't know his name, but he says
Trust me,
something
yeah.
really. He says something really important. Liverpool has to remain compact because they have injuries. They don't have all their players. Everybody, and Klopp is trying to string a bunch of good positive performance. I watched their game when they played Brighton, and it was a horror show.
Okay,
And
head to head statistic. September, November 10, Liverpool 3, Man City 1 in the league, and also on Thursday, January the 3rd, Man City 2, Liverpool 1, and also September 7, October 7 on Sunday, 0-0. I think both of them are on the same edge in terms of head-to-head.
Yeah, but that's whatever. Either way, man. Either way, I think the pressure is on City, man.
No.
The pressure. Liverpool comes into this game as an underdog. If I'm Klopp, come into
That's
this
true.
game. Yeah, come into this game as an underdog, and I guess this is what Tosin is talking about: staying compact, blue collar football, blue collar
Yep.
football.
Because if you see, that's what most coaches do that. Remember when Potter did that when he came in to play against
Yeah,
Salzburg?
exactly.
He had to do that just to, because now they have a lot of injuries. I mean, Liverpool has a lot of injuries, which will affect them. And Man City right now, they're scoring for fun. I mean, so they have to. So 2-2. Anyway.
Do people think Haaland is going to pass the Van Dijk test?
Van Dijk is done, man. Van Dijk is.
Wait. What do you mean, Blue Eyes? No,
Van
you're
Dijk
his
is
biggest fan. No,
Van Dijk is done, man. I saw some glitches. I wasn't happy.
No. Van Dijk is somebody. He reminds me of Puyol. He needs somebody beside him who's like really solid to really perform. He's not. He can do it, but he needs.
That's why I think he's gonna have a monster game tomorrow.
Yes.
Van Dijk?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think
tomorrow
so
he's gonna put together a master class on Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah. I agree.
So he's not done then, Blue Eyes. He's not done. That's what you're saying. He's not done.
I know, but he's making some mistakes that are very annoying, man. I don't know what's going on. Making some very annoying mistakes. I'm like,
Wait. Let me ask you, Liverpool fans, who is the starting backline for Liverpool besides Van Dijk?
Matip.
Konate.
Is he injured or is he?
I think Konate is back.
Konate is back.
Konate will start this game.
Was he injured? Matip was injured.
This guy will finish.
Matip is also back also too.
No, Matip came off early, I think, against Arsenal, right?
It just took him. I think it was.
Yeah, but honestly, I think Konate might be a better fit because of his pace and his strong as well.
No, this guy's going to finish Konate. Hey, don't do that, please.
Who will finish Konate?
That's
Haaland.
Player.
Konate is decent.
No, Haaland will target Van Dijk.
No,
Van
Van
Dijk is
Dijk.
strong and fast.
No, Tosin. What are you talking about? Van Dijk is brilliant enough to evade Haaland.
Yes.
That's why he's a top class defender. That's why he's in the upper echelon when it comes to defenders in world football. He knows how to stay incognito. John Terry's of the world.
If it's Konate, he'll prefer to go up. I don't know. I think Konate can handle him physically better.
I'd love to see that back.
And he's got pace as well. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Konate's
you're
got
right.
pace and he's strong. He's a young lad.
The problem
is looking at head to head and the way they've been playing recently, I'm gonna go 3-1 Man City.
Abdullahi, I've been really watching your behavior.
I know you. He just doesn't like
I've been watching this guy's behavior when Liverpool's mentioned. Abdullahi, I know you.
So, it's true that me and Liverpool are not on good terms. I agree with that. And it's been long, not even now. It's been long. Me and them, we are fighting. And our fight, it will never stop until Jesus has come to a head. So it won't stop. So me and them are fighting.
Who are the players to watch in this
For me,
game?
I'm just going to go. For me, see, this is because I listened to
That's a good question.
Klopp press conference. I listened to Van Dijk. I listened to KDB press conference. And I also listened to Guardiola too. And I think what Klopp wants to do is, I think he's going to play like a maybe 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2 formation. But I think what I'm seeing, the mistake Eric and Hag make, I think Klopp is going to make that mistake. The way they're going to do all target Haaland.
Bro, ask who's the players to watch.
Who are the players to watch, Abdullahi? Yeah.
In Liverpool or Man City?
Both.
For me, Foden, Cancelo,
on
and maybe if he step up, if he uses his brain very well, Grealish.
Who?
Grealish.
Liverpool. What about Liverpool?
Liverpool. If Ibrahim, I want to see Konate. I also want to see. I like him, but I want to see more. I want to see more from him. This guy Elliot, or whatever his name is.
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, it look a little bit promising. I don't know if the club is gonna start him, but it look a little bit promising. I want to see 400,000 a week step up his game.
That guy is mid though.
Oh,
400,000 a week. I want him to step up his game.
Oh, Salah. Yeah.
Liverpool fans has come at me since Wednesday, since Tuesday.
That's all
Salah
he's making.
is the
Wait,
first African player to score an hat-trick
Is-
in 16 minutes, in 10 minutes. Okay, now they are tagging me and telling me
See stats
we will
now.
see you on Sunday. I was like, okay, no wahala. We'll see
wait,
everybody.
who do you guys think City are going to start at the back? Because they started.
Akonji,
They started.
I think Akonji and Diaz. I think Akonji and Diaz.
Akonji.
Yeah, Manuel Akonji and Diaz.
Because it was Ake and people were calling Chelsea for wanting to get this guy Ake. Ake looked nice against United. He looked nice.
Yo, but you know the problem with Ake, right? Ake, man. You're right. Ake looks nice, man. You're right. Let's leave it there.
But
No. Explain. No. Explain. You can't just say that.
No,
Explain.
because his game has picked up.
Oh,
His game
okay.
has picked up. I was just going to use a Chaloba analogy because the same thing is happening to Chaloba. I was being suspicious about his performances, and now Chaloba is looking like a maestro, man. So yeah.
So I would say
Yes,
for me,
good.
that's what I will look into though. But we'll see. It's gonna be a very big match, but I'm looking forward to that. Another match, Blue Eyes. I'm gonna come to this Newcastle United versus Man United
Big game. Hey, big game.
When are they playing tomorrow?
on Sunday.
Oh,
That's a big game, man.
all the big games are.
I'm looking. I want for me because in Newcastle, I want to see Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah.
I want to see that guy play. I
I
want to
think
see how
I
many
think-
is on
yeah, I
form
think
too.
that
I want to
game-
see Alexa Massima also too.
Yeah, I see that game ending in a tie.
Anybody watching that,
Yeah.
man?
I see that, but it's going to be a good game. Oh. I see that game ending in a tie, like 1-1.
I don't see it 1-1.
What do you see?
It's gonna be like an high scoring game because Newcastle.
They're playing United. Okay,
United,
I thought,
yeah.
Okay, I thought.
Newcastle United versus Man United.
Oh, okay.
The
For me, it's
game
gonna
to
be high
watch.
scoring because of the way Man United defend. I'm a little bit suspect in their defense though.
Oh, Man United.
Yeah, the way they defend. So it might be an high scoring game because Callum Wilson is fit now. Cameron is scoring. Gobino Guimaraes is also going. Alexa Massaman is back from injury and is fully fit and ready.
No, Sunday has a tasty schedule, man.
I'm
Sunday
telling
has-
you, the game to watch is Leeds Arsenal. Hey, that game.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, no, I'm serious. Leeds
Really?
Arsenal. That game.
This guy, you're a troll, man.
No, I'm not a troll. No,
I think
no.
he is.
So because of the way Leeds United play.
No, that's going to be a fantastic game, man. Hey, that game. I'm telling you, man. If you want to watch football, watch that game.
Now the difference makes.
So a team that's lost 3 in their last 5 leads. Like
Well, Chelsea, welcome to the
And they are
EPL.
home.
bro.
Leeds are home.
Chelsea,
You're a
welcome
troll.
to the
You're a
EPL,
troll,
bro.
bro.
Welcome to
You're
the
a troll.
EPL, man. Welcome to Ellen Road, man. That's how we do out here, man.
Leeds are at home. Okay.
Listen,
Leeds
this is
are-
how we do, man.
They're
We-
winless. They're winless in their last 5.
But we can
Lost
put
3,
together a
draws,
cracker.
draws.
Tomorrow's
It
game is
doesn't matter. Football doesn't work that way, Tosin. You know that.
No, but how is that the game to watch? That's what I'm saying. Like, come
Not the game to
on,
watch.
bro.
Oh, the reason why is because it's an underestimated game. People that nobody's looking at it. That's why I say it's the game to watch. People are not paying attention to that game.
I think you mean footballing wise, it's a fun game to watch. because
Yeah, if
football-
you want, that's what I'm saying is the underrated. It's like it's like that indie movie, man. That game. I'm telling you, man.
Everton and Tottenham should be good too.
Everton, Tottenham.
That's the game too, man.
I think Tottenham will lose.
I hope so.
They better don't lose at home.
Alex
They'll
Iwobi
stone them.
Alex Iwobi versus Højbjerg. Okay.
That's gonna be a good match tomorrow. It's not gonna be
Uh,
bad.
Who else is playing tomorrow? Man United.
Some great ass matches.
Oh boy, Chelsea Villa, man.
Chelsea Aston Villa. What are you thinking?
That game is tough. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I was saying this today.
That game is tough, man.
You know, Graham Potter hasn't been tested yet. If you think about it, because listen, we play Wolves. Wolves, they just lost their coach. AC Milan, half of the team was injured. The second game, I mean, that Tomori red card was just they were giving Chelsea that game.
No.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm a
can't look
Chelsea
at you
fan.
can't look at life like that, my brother, man.
No. We have to be realistic. I'm a Chelsea fan, diehard. Tomori should not be having a red card. That the referee.
No, what
messed
you're
up that
trying
game.
to do is you're basically demeaning all our opposition till date.
No, I'm saying we were fortunate to face teams that were in trouble. Let's say AC Milan, with the injuries and the red card. Wolves, they just lost their coach. They were like all over the pitch. I mean, they were not even.
Yeah, but what about the wounded lion effect?
There's no wounded lion. If you have most of your major I mean, if you watch AC Milan with their first 11, it's way different from AC Milan with most of their backline or
if you look at the way we played AC Milan, we played them like they were our
Bro,
our
just
team.
give this man his credit, please. He stabilized the team. I know you might say he has not been tested, but that's not why he's here.
That's what I'm saying.
He's here to stabilize the team and build from there.
Thank you.
The process, bro. Come on.
Listen, wait till they play Man United.
He doesn't have to play Man United or Man.
We play them.
When we get there,
That's what I'm saying. Like, thank you. I don't know what
momentum is the main thing. We're stabilizing our team.
Not even Man United. Tomorrow on Sunday, Aston Villa.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, even Tuchel find it difficult beating Aston Villa.
Absolutely.
So like it's momentum. Like I'm happy we're in this position. Going to Aston Villa.
This is what I've been saying for ages, man. This is what I've been saying for ages, man. Just momentum, man.
Momentum.
Okay. You see momentum when you lose 5-0 against Man United.
Whoa.
This guy, you know, Man United, they have membership forms available. You know,
they offered me one.
Exactly.
Emmy, Aston Villa, Chelsea. What are you looking for?
Chelsea should beat Aston Villa. I don't think. Yeah, I think, and also I don't know what I heard about, but Chelsea has not played any team above the top 10 apart from Spurs so far.
Thank you.
So it's hard. Well, like you said, you can only play who is in front of you, right? But let's just hope
we'll play Brentford on Wednesday, then we play United on Saturday at the game.
Yeah, I think those are the games.
Chelsea then.
Brentford look good today. They look good today against
Brentford.
Yeah, they beat Brighton, right? Yeah, they beat Brighton today at home. And you know the Brentford Chelsea game is a West London derby, right?
Yeah, West London derby. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a West London derby, so it's going to be a tough game. I think Chelsea should beat Brentford, unless. Yeah, but Brentford looks good. Anyway, the Aston Villa game. Aston Villa is fighting for their lives already, so is Chelsea ready for the fight? Villa Park is always kind of very tricky for Chelsea, though. Always kind of tricky, very tricky ground. Well, I think this Chelsea team has enough to beat Villa for sure. I'll be surprised if anything apart from 3 points happens.
Newcastle versus Man United.
No, Newcastle beat Man U. I know that tie historically, Man U has had the edge of that tie. I remember one time Newcastle beat Man U and Alex Ferguson flipped. The guy called him a small club from the northeast. I can't forget that day. But this Newcastle team, Eddie Howe has them playing with belief, man. They are playing as if they are already in the Champions League. I know there's a way you've been beating a small boy. One day the guy will say, cross the road and come and meet me on the other side. You actually hesitate, right? I think that's what Newcastle is about to do to Man U this Sunday. They'll be like, you know what? I think we're ready for you guys. It'll be a very interesting match. And Newcastle, I don't think they have a lot of injury issues. I think Callum Wilson
everybody's fit.
Yeah, everybody's fit. They have a fresh bill of health.
Except
Alexander Isak. And they didn't have to play. They didn't have to play in the midweek. So I don't think they depend on.
Are they playing in the midweek? I don't think so.
No, they didn't play midweek.
They're playing in the mid. They're playing Everton.
No. I said this week that just passed. They didn't play. You know, Man U played the Europa League, right?
They'll be fresh. Yeah.
I think one guy you need to watch out for is Bruno Guimaraes. People need to look out for that kid, man. That kid. If Brazil doesn't take that boy to the World Cup, I don't think Brazil is ready. That boy is good. He is good. I think he'll bust down midfield. I'm looking forward to that game. That's a good game. Sunday is so good. Like, I think you wake up in the morning and you just don't sleep. Like, it's all the way till afternoon, man. You're gonna watch football a lot. Good quality games too in all leagues. They have
Abdullah, I beg check. Mason Mount injured. I beg check.
Yeah. Mason Mount is injured. He has
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus.
Stop.
He's injured, but Harry Potter said they will do a medical check-up for him tomorrow to see if he's gonna fit for Sunday or not.
That's the most important player right now on this side.
So they don't know if
No.
if they do the medical checkup because this because Matlow said it's 50-50 for Mount for Sunday match. If the checkup comes out positive, Potter might put him on the bench because he might not want to risk him. So we have to just wait and see.
No,
Same thing with
I don't
James.
think Mason Mount will play on Sunday. I think that would be stupid of Potter. I think he's just gonna, he
I
needs
think
a
same
rest.
thing with James too because Potter said James spoke to him yesterday that he's fine, that the injury people are
More
thinking
James is injured, Joe,
he's
brother.
injured, but the injury is not that much as people are saying it.
Abdullahi, the guy is out for a long time.
He's not, you see.
Remember when
One
Chua
6 weeks.
got injured last year?
Mhm.
Chilwell said, I'll come back and play. The next thing we found out the diagnosis was what was initially reported. He had an ACL tear. If I was James, I wanted to say this all this while. So I don't know if you guys talked about Reece James already, but Reece James, he was injured when he got to Chelsea in 2019. 2019? Yeah, 2019. He was injured for a long time, and that injury seems to continue,
When he came back to Chelsea, not when he got to Chelsea.
yeah, when he came back to Chelsea, from Wigan. All this while, since these 3 seasons, he's barely stayed fit for 10 straight games. He's always having a hiccup here or there. Like this injury. Remember last season when he got injured, he was out till like January or
Yeah, but is that
February.
but Amy, is that a KPI that you measure in football?
Well,
Staying uninjured. Is that a KPI?
yeah, because guess what? When your team needs you, like we missed James last season around this time too, right? And when you say KPI that we measure, I know he's talented, he's super talented. He's what probably on top of his game right now. But the thing is, he's not fit. He cannot play. Um, he cannot play at this time. I think it's sad that he's not there. He's not going to be there for a while. I hope it's not as bad. But
I
from
don't
what
think it's gonna be bad. Mhm.
everybody's saying, yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it
yeah,
too.
exactly. You see,
Mhm.
the head of the physiotherapy is gone.
It's gone. Yeah,
Main doctor is gone. World renowned. This guy voted your video actually saying, I was talking to some people in one Chelsea group that I am in, and they were like, well, Todd Bowley didn't think they were good enough. Okay, they were not good enough. Bring someone else. Nobody. And we have a lot of players now going into the
they are going
into
to
the
New York City to go and do their medical checkup.
how can you be crossing? Are you telling me that in
But
England there's
Bowley
no?
said it does not trust the
That's
London
bullshit. Total BS.
medical doctor.
You can tell me that the English people don't have good doctors.
They don't have none. They go to school. They got be learning.
Abdullahi,
Go to school.
let me just stop you there. Where are the best schools in the world?
Relax. Then America.
No,
Relax.
China.
America is a
no,
better.
no. The best schools, the
Cuba.
best medical schools are England, right? They have those Cambridge, Oxford. Those guys bring out doctors, right?
Germany as well. They have good doctors.
Yeah, Germany too, Cuba.
But
But the
man, let
thing
me
is,
ask you, how many surgeries being carried out often in England compared to the United States?
how many surgeries?
Yeah, I think in general, from statistics, I think the United States has better doctors.
Because there are more people in the United States, though.
Yeah, people like I don't know
Like
about the UK
300.
that
See,
much.
in the United States, there are almost 500 million people. If you look at England, it's just a small island, right? I don't think there are
60.
almost 80 million people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
60 million.
Also with
Yeah,
technology as well, I think I don't know, like sports science. I think you get more from the states.
I don't
Yeah.
know about that. I don't think that's a fact.
Sports science, you get it from the
Yeah,
states.
because if you look at the ACL, the best ACL doctors are in Europe, right? Remember,
I mean,
Yeah,
the
like Cuba
sports
has one
science,
of the best. They have the most doctors in the
the
world right
medical
there.
doctors here for sports science, they're only used to American sports, right?
okay. Vote
They're
of it.
probably good in
Dr.
American sports.
Paco
I don't
is a
think they're good
former
in European sport, which is
president of
football,
the
right?
European
I
Federation
don't
of
like to argue where I'm not very sure about, but I don't understand how you would say you need to fly people into the US to go see a doctor when They're doctors in England, like bro, and you
Brentford
just
Burnley said
fired
he doesn't trust
and you
them.
just fired one of the best sports doctors in Europe from your club.
In your
Doesn't
club.
make
Listen,
sense.
this is the definition of what you call the
Yeah, it's took like what he did. He fired Thomas Tuchel.
it's the definition of what you call the building of a multinational organization, Amy, when you're going to now start having satellite offices around the world. And what Todd Bowley is trying to do is probably move his health services division to New York.
To New York City. Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense because your players
Whether it
don't
makes
play in
sense,
New
You think
York.
so?
whether
He
it
might,
makes sense or
Todd
not,
Burnley might think
it's his
different way.
toy. It's his
Man,
toy.
fucking man, the guy is killing the club. That's what Drogba talked
How?
about
How is he
today.
killing the club?
I think it's
You
way
fired your
too
head.
early
You
to.
How
fired
is
your
hold
head.
on, Amy? How
You
is he
fired your
killing the
head
club?
of.
Yes,
You fired your head of medicine
yes,
in your club.
yes.
You don't have a replacement.
Uh-huh.
Your players are all falling like flies.
Mhm.
Everybody's getting sick. Imagine a football club in Chelsea status. We have to have players going to see a consultant here, a specialist here, a this one there. Dude, how many times have we had Real Madrid or Milan players going to see a specialist here, a consultant here?
Yeah, this is the
Those are
problem.
better run clubs.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Like I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. You're talking about other clubs. How many other clubs were sanctioned for close to 60 days? How many other clubs are coming out of financial constraints?
But
No, hold on. I'm not done. How
yeah.
many of these organizations are coming out of new ownership under political ramifications?
Oh,
Hold on, I'm
okay.
not done.
You said political. AC Milan just changed their owners too.
No, but I'm just saying political ramifications. How many of these organizations, right, have lost close to probably the entire board?
Who is losing the board? Is it them? Is it them walking away, or is it Todd Bowley's
Either way,
management skills?
Todd Bowley right now, right, is in the process of building a team for Chelsea. His team.
But
Blood,
why
that's
is he
not his name.
taking out
This is
the
his name.
key
Blood, this is his
components?
name.
Why are you taking
It
out the
does,
key components
listen,
of your
it
club
doesn't
when you
listen,
don't have
Emmy. Hold on,
replacement?
I'm not done. Heads in this kind of endeavor, Emmy, heads will roll.
Yeah, but then don't hold anybody accountable when your players are getting
That's
injured.
fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, but that's going to cost your team points.
How do we know?
How do you know Rhys James is out?
We'll see. Let's see on Sunday.
Oh,
You think Rhys James will play on Sunday?
No, I'm not saying whether Rhys James will play on Sunday. If we win, Nko.
It's not about winning.
No, it's about winning.
Rhys James currently is your best player.
I get it, but if we can perform without Rhys James, it also shows
it has not happened. It didn't happen last year. It's not going to happen this year.
But why shouldn't it happen this year? Did we win the
It happened
Champions
the game
League?
against Wolves.
Hold on. Did we win Champions League the year before Tom Tuchel won it?
Did we Champions League? Are you comparing that generation of players?
I'm not talking about generational player. I'm just saying a star can strike next year. It doesn't matter when you win.
No, bro. I don't gamble. I don't believe in gambling.
You're not gambling anything, man. Listen, squad depth is squad depth. If Chelsea cannot play without Rhys James, then we're not ready for EPL now.
We've not competed very well without Rhys James. Look at the games that Rhys James has played. Look at the games Rhys James has not played. We've lost or drawn more games in the EPL.
But we have to.
Rhys James.
I know, but what I'm saying is we got to move forward in case. Let's see how we do. I'm not glorifying what's going on. I'm just saying,
I believe
let's see how we can do without Rhys James.
United match or possibly United match.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can do without Rhys James. We cross that bridge when we get there. That's what I'm saying. Even Mason Mount is done. Let's see how we can do without Mason Mount.
Forward, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Hope everybody's doing well.
We're good. Give me your take on Liverpool Man City. Are we seeing a massacre from that freak of a nature, or is it going to be different in our field?
Well, first of all, obviously, I appreciate the stage and the floor, bro. Honestly, like Anfield is one of the few places where City can go and they could just crumble. Like it's one of them places where the crowd on the right, like in the right mood, the players setting the tempo right. Obviously, City's record there with fans, of course, because they won during COVID. But I mean, everybody won there during COVID. It was like a flipping brothel where everybody got a hit, literally. Flipping Chelsea, Burnley,
like bare teams would just go in there and winning. Everton won there, like, but with fans, there's just something about it with fans where even though they're in terrible form as they are now, it could be something that could catch City off guard if Liverpool get off to the right start. But again, having said that, fans or no fans, Liverpool still have to pick the right tactics because clearly they're not in the best shape. Their midfield is out of sorts. Henderson not looking great. Fabinho in terrible form pretty much for almost a year now. And if they choose to go in over 2-man midfield and then they play 4 up front again, like, they're gonna get destroyed because you saw Arsenal for a good period,
Is it the
especially in the
same
second
lineup they
half,
played
win that
against? Is it
midfield
what they
battle.
played against Rangers?
Yeah. I mean, against the Rangers, I think they rotated a bit against Rangers. The second match against them, but first leg against them at Anfield, they kind of went with pretty much that same team against Arsenal at the
So
Emirates.
against Rangers, they
And
played the 4-3-3, right?
no, against Rangers, they played a 4-4-2, basically 4-2-4. So or 4-4-2 flat. Depends how you want to look at it, but with only a 2-man midfield. And for some reason, Klopp thought, oh, because it worked against Rangers at Anfield, it's going to be great against Arsenal. And it had its moments in the first half, especially, but you saw the vulnerabilities in that formation, like especially with the personnel that Liverpool have. And if you want to do that against City, then yeah, like you said, it could be a massacre. So I just think it could either go one of two ways. If Liverpool get off to a good start, then I think it could be an entertaining game. It could be another draw, perhaps. But if they don't, and they go with that 2-man midfield, and they don't try to tweak anything, they still leave Salah as like a wide midfielder. They don't play Firmino because they have to play Firmino if they're going to play with that kind of system. Then they absolutely could get destroyed again.
Newcastle versus United. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Bruno Guimaraes showing that he's the best Bruno in this league. He's the only Bruno in this league. The other Bruno is a complete fraud, the biggest fraud in Premier League history, the biggest bum I've ever seen in my life. They tried to compare him to Eric Cantona. They tried to say he was the next coming of Frank Lampard, that there's a ghost from midfield. He's not a midfielder. He is a false image, the worst player I've seen in my life. As it goes for the game itself, I'd probably say a draw. I think Newcastle are picking up good form now after a bit of a shaky start. They're a solid team, man, and United have got a bit of shakiness in them. I think they're still quite vulnerable as a team, and to their credit and to Ten Hag's credit, who's a manager that I do rate, they have won like I think 6 and 7 or something like that. Only lost being obviously the embarrassment to Man City, but they are in good form. So that's probably the game I'm looking forward to most this weekend. I guess outside of Liverpool, Man City, but that's going to be a big game.
Aston Villa, Chelsea.
Bro, yeah. I mean,
no James.
No James. Kante's got re-injured. I mean, listen, the game itself, like, I still expect us to win. I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue. I think Aston Villa are in terrible form. Thankfully, they haven't sacked him yet because I would love the honor of being able to get Steven Gerrard sacked. That would be great. That would feel really good. So yeah, we should win ultimately. I don't think it'll be that pretty a performance. And if I'm being completely real, like, and this might be a bit of a deeper conversation about how Chelsea are doing, I don't think we've been that great under par. We've been better. We've been a lot better than what we were. And I guess some of that you can put down to a new manager bounce. Some of it also some little changes that Potter's made, but this is still technically Tuchel's team, so you can't expect it to be a crazy amount of difference. So yeah, there's been some 3-0 wins, cool, but we're not a transformed side if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, this team, whatever we put out, should have enough, and I think we'll have enough to beat Villa.
Fair enough. Arsenal, Leeds United.
I'll go Arsenal. I know it's away, and like Leeds, the way they press, the intensity they play with, it will give Arsenal trouble. And I mean, at some point they're going to drop points again. Arsenal, they're not going to just continue to keep winning. But for right now, it's hard to pick against them with the way that they're playing. And they're rotating well in Europa League, so they're not having too much stress of the squad in terms of like being burnt out or anything. So yeah, I think it'll be a harder game for them, but I still think they'll get the win.
Blue Eyes, let me come to you. On Sunday, a Clasico.
Wow.
FC Barcelona and Real Madrid.
It's a tough game. I'm going to go Barcelona to win this game.
Huh?
I'm going to go Barcelona to win this game 1-0.
They have no defense.
I
That's
know.
that.
I know. It's kind of like going into a gunfight with a knife in this situation, and come out like Jack Sparrow. You still win, but you come out like Jack Sparrow. I can see that soccer punch goal from Barcelona. And Derby Day form is out of the window. I know whatever they call it, whether derby or a Clasico, like then most of the Clásicos form is out of the window. Comes down to the game itself. So, yeah, I'm calling Barcelona 1-0, man.
Oluwa, a Clasico, the score. What's the prediction? Sheung, what's the prediction for a Clasico?
Sorry, say it again.
Sheung, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, your prediction for a Clasico. What are you looking forward to?
Wow. Oh, Clasico. I see this defender is back, Kunde.
Yeah, Kunde is back. Yeah.
I'll give it to Real Madrid, to be honest. I honestly don't know what's up with Barcelona. They just like to recycle the ball, but other than Lewandowski, I don't see much from them. I give it to Real Madrid. They're playing at the Real Madrid
Santiago
Stadium.
Bernabeu Stadium.
Yeah, I give it to Real Madrid.
Scoreline?
Maybe 3-1.
Okay. Sage, Madrid, FC Barcelona.
Yeah, Real Madrid should easily win this. I think the attack is going to do the only damage in that whole game. Is Lewandowski. I know he has this reputation of not showing up big games, but if the Oos makes good decision making inside the box and actually pass when he needs to pass, and Rafinha has a good game, I expect him to score 2 goals max. But Real Madrid should comfortably win this. Scoreline 5-2.
Excuse me?
Real Madrid 5-2.
5-2. Wow.
They're getting sacrificed.
A Clasico.
Listen, like my guy said, form does go out the window in these kind of games, and I think logic would tell you that Real Madrid should win. Form would tell you that performances, even though again they didn't beat Shakhtar Donetsk midweek, they're still a lot more like a cohesive team in general, especially without the injuries that obviously Barcelona are having to sustain right now. Barcelona got outplayed by Inter Milan for most of that game. Like first half, like other than the last 10 minutes of that half, Inter their tactic were perfectly fine. They were defending in a low block, hit them on counters, had so many chances to score. And the second half, they actually just took the possession of the ball, won the midfield battle, dominated. And it wasn't until Frankie de Jong came on that Barcelona were able to regain some control, get back into the game. And then obviously the final 15 minutes was just crazy, like both ways. So obviously for Barcelona point of view, they certainly need to start with de Jong because that Gavi kid, like I could see the talent, but he's overrated. Like he's overrated, and he's a bit tapped mentally, bro. Like he's trying to just run into fight. He's acting like he's prime Roy Keane. Like no, you're not, bro. Like you're literally built like a feminist, bro. Like just don't try and bark up to man who are twice your size, my guy. Like you ain't got the facilities for that one for real. But yeah, they need to start de Jong. Kessie even wouldn't be a bad option either to start in midfield, but the thing is, like, with all the injuries they have, and Benzema's only just with all the injuries that Barcelona have, like
Christensen, Araujo,
Christensen, I believe.
yeah, I mean, even you said Christensen, but even Kunde is only just coming back, so you're not a fully fit Kunde.
So are you gonna
obviously being brushed back?
Are you gonna risk him or not? That's what the problem with
Well, if there's ever a game you risk somebody, it's for El Clasico when you're joint top of the league, like, and you're also coming off of a disappointing result in the Champions League because, like, for Barcelona, like you're basically virtually knocked out of the Champions League. For Xavi, you can't afford to then go to the Bernabeu and lose. Like that's almost suicide for him. So he's gonna go all out. So he will risk Kunde. He'll be going all out for this game, and they need to get a result here. They can't go and effectively get knocked on the Champions League and then lose to their biggest rivals. It just can't happen. But ultimately, I do think it will happen. The only thing is though, like with form in this game, again, form doesn't apply, but generally speaking, Barcelona just have the edge in our Clásicos, and even when they're out of form, they're the team that's able to turn it around just because they naturally just have the edge in these kind of games. And we even saw it last season when like they won like by 4 or 5 goals at the Bernabeu. Like they destroyed Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So that's why no scoreline here would really surprise me because Barcelona can just turn it up and just destroy. Like they can just turn up and just in a few moments hit the game away from anybody. Having said that, with their defense and with how good Real Madrid are, especially in the counter, like they could easily put 3 or 4 past Barca. So, to be honest, Sage's prediction of 5-2 isn't that crazy. It really isn't. But personally, I'm gonna go 3-2.
3-2. Abdul, El Clasico scoreline.
Yeah. Can you believe that this weekend is so packed?
Yeah.
And especially so packed for me that I've actually even had to turn down a concert tomorrow. They offered me tickets for a
Are you
concert.
are you going on a date tomorrow with somebody?
No,
Start
I
telling
said,
the truth.
I said a concert, not a
It,
date.
does, it doesn't matter. You can go to concert with a lady now. You can go to concert with a lady. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter.
No,
You can go
no.
and chill. You know, when you go to a concert with like popcorn, with some drink, watch some
You see the
movies.
way Abdullah he's investigating right now. He wants to take your tickets, bro, and he wants to take your girl as well. Hey, be careful with this one. Be careful.
I'm married. Relax, relax.
No comment because this is online. So yeah, okay. El Clasico. I tell you something. Actually, I want to correct something I said at the last stream when I said some of the players in Barcelona are only um, triers for the Barcelona stage. What I was referring to was the new camp. Okay,
Okay.
the game on Sunday is not on the new camps. It's
Yeah,
not
you
on,
said.
it's not in the new camp. And so the trials they have in Barcelona, this is actually the best stage for them. They will actually deliver against Real Madrid because they are not playing at the new camp. So what I'm trying to emphasize is we are going to see a variation in their performance when they are playing in the new camp because some of them are not used to playing in the new camp because you have to be used to play. You have to be used to playing in the new camp to actually be delivering on a regular basis. It's a totally different stage. The pitch, the stadium, and everything that concerns it. Against Real Madrid, they are going to actually deliver. What's it called? Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Dembele, they are going to actually deliver and they're going to cause Real Madrid problems. Trust me on this one. I can bet on this one. Okay, so all that people saying they're going to be whatever, that it won't count on this game. Okay, and I think Real Madrid are going to have a problem with them, especially from the midfield. That's where the problem is going to
I
start
think
from.
it depends on once Ancelotti wants to play the midfield. He has an option though. Chouameni, Camavinga, Modric, Cruz. So it depends on who you want to select because do you want to go tempo like possession based or you want to go physicality? It
So
depends on Ancelotti.
the thing is reality based. They don't have Casemiro, right? So no matter what they do, there's no Casemiro,
But
right?
Chouameni can do the job for them. He can do the job. It's not
Yeah,
Casemiro, but he can do the job.
they're not used to playing against a tiki-taka team. Barcelona, the way they're going to display, I can assure you, you're going to think they're the home team in this game.
Yeah, but Abdul, you have to also remember something. Yes, but you are playing against Carlo Ancelotti, who does not care about possession. All he cares about win. He can pack the bus whatever he wants to like. His job is counter because he has flair player like Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Valverde, who can run. He does not care about possession. Ancelotti will give you the ball Ancelotti take the ball and do whatever you want to do. You just want to run and counter you. And once you score the first, second goal, it's game over. It's packing that bus. He doesn't care.
What were we saying about this Real Madrid team before they won the Champions League last season?
That's
We were saying they are the poorest Real Madrid team in 10 seasons, right? Thank God they had Benzema. He delivered them. Okay? Benzema is is the
and
goose.
that's someone. I think that's one that people have been saying he's been shit this season. Yeah, he has to, I think he will have a point of proof on Sunday though.
Well, he can't only. I mean, he can't only keep carrying the team on his back by himself. Okay, I just see this Real Madrid, especially the defense, being shaky against the Barcelona triers. They are going to be shaky against this Barcelona triers.
I agree, but
Okay,
you can't neglect Barcelona's defense too. It's been abysmal too. It's been trash.
The Barcelona defense has been trash,
Yeah.
but they're going to have 4 players playing against the Benzema. So, what's going to happen there?
Yeah, if 4 players gonna make Benzema, you're gonna leave space for Vinicius and Rodrigo.
No. What I'm saying is, any defense Real Madrid play against, it's going to be the defense of that team against only Benzema. Benzema is the only one that can cause you trouble.
You don't think about Vinicius Junior can cause
What?
trouble?
Shout out to Rodrigo, man.
Carlo Ancelotti is committed to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior always makes mistakes. You give him the ball, he always makes mistakes.
He's improved, bro, drastically.
I believe what you're saying, but the old self still keeps returning to type. He still keeps returning to the old Vinicius because he's still a young player delivering. Okay? And I think it's regular is him being, I'm sorry to say this, because I don't want to say this about a top manager like Carlo Ancelotti, but I think him continuously being starting Vinicius Junior is more political than football.
Really?
Okay? In terms of he's loyal to this player, maybe they want to deliver him, right? They want to improve him, they want him to be the future. So they have to keep playing him.
He's the future already.
Of Real Madrid. So they have to keep playing him. But football-wise, to be honest, I prefer this kid, the other kid,
Rodrigo.
starting more regular than Vinicius. But the problem with Rodrigo is he cannot come ahead of Benzema. That's the problem he has. Okay, but in terms of helping the team, I believe Rodrigo helps the team more than Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior helps himself more than the team. Benzema didn't want to be passing. He didn't want the ball passed to him a few seasons ago.
So what's the prediction for Sunday?
But Barcelona is going to win. That's my prediction.
Fabrizio, give me a prediction for Sunday match.
Wow. I don't see Barcelona beating Real Madrid. I don't care what they do. Based on the players they have, their skill set, their ability, Madrid's defense. I mean, my goodness, that Rudiger goal, he shed blood, literally. It's easy to deal with Barcelona, especially if they don't have De Jong in the midfield. Like, okay, just get what's his name, Osman Dembele. Is he even fit to start? Is it?
Dembele will start. Yeah.
Okay, just squeeze Dembele, and what's his name, the boy that was supposed to come to Chelsea, but
Rafinha.
If that boy doesn't get, if Lewandowski doesn't get any supply, he's gonna be like Aubameyang in Chelsea in the first game. But I mean, Real Madrid are experienced, have more pace, they're deadly in the counter-attack, and given we can argue that Madrid has a better defense than Barcelona and a better lethal forward. Like, I mean, I know Mr. AB was saying Vinicius, whatever. Vinicius is a killer. Like, he's one of the best at what he does right now. And if they bring Rodrigo, who's even, I would argue better than, well, let me not say that. I don't know, but he's just effective. So my prediction will be 3-1. Madrid. Barca has no chance. I mean, they have Alonso. God damn it, who's gonna win with Alonso?
Marcos Mugabe.
No, I just wanted to say something. Somebody was saying that. What's his name? What were you saying again? Vinicius does not help Real Madrid. That's
That's
criminal.
Abdul said that.
That's criminal. That's a criminal statement.
It's
that comment,
abominable.
I avoided it.
Abominable.
Because the kind of relief that Vinicius provides for the Real Madrid attack by keeping the field wide, by always pressing, by stretching it far wide,
Yes.
and opening all the running channels for the Modriches of the world, and I mean, it's limitless. What are you talking about?
Blue eyes.
And you know what the difference will be? It will be experience.
Hold on, blue eyes. What you just read out is what Carlo Ancelotti will probably be reading to Vinicius before games. But that isn't what he does. He loses the ball most of the time. Nobody's paying you to go and stand at a particular spot on the pitch. That's not what you're paid for. How many times has it delivered? How many times has it created?
You're missing. No, you're missing the point.
You're telling me relief. You're telling me relief. Are they tired?
Wait. Are we questioning Vinicius Junior?
Did you watch football last season? Did you watch football last season?
Vinicius Junior, that's called in the Champions League final.
Don't mind it.
Are we really going to go there?
Are we talking about internet football, or we're talking about real football?
Real football.
Okay. So why did Emmy?
It's not that Benzema had the season he had.
Hold on, Emmy.
Vinicius will be up there in Ballon d'Or.
Hold on, Emmy. We are talking real football, right? So why did Mendy and Benzema question his ability? Those guys train with him every day.
No.
Mendy and who?
That was 2 seasons ago.
Mendy and Benzema.
That was 2 seasons ago, not last season.
That is what haven't you been listening to me? That is what I said to you. He only delivered last season, but this season he has returned to type.
No, he has not returned. No, he's cooking this season though.
Oh, okay, whatever.
He's cooking this season though.
Cooking
No, bro.
Oluwa Vinicius Junior.
Kiloshe. I beg you. I don't speak on the one.
We'll watch it tomorrow. We'll watch it on Sunday.
What's that?
I know we'll be talking about.
You guys can debate.
I see what you guys are saying, but
what's that, guys?
You cannot use a player's historical behavioral pattern to judge him in his current form, especially when he's doing very well. Vinicius,
Who you guys referring to?
Vinicius has kicked off
Madrid and Barcelona.
Vinicius is now the face of Madrid. Like
the face of
most of the adverts of Madrid, it's Vinicius they promote. When they talked about that dance thing, the Madrid social media, this thing was on overdrive with Vinicius. They are
doing the samba dance on Sunday. Don't worry.
See, let me just say this, right? Vinicius has stepped up a huge notch, maybe multiple notches, since that Benzema Mendy doubt of his I said
it on this too.
I will never I know in no terms has Vinicius ever lacked
Bernard, stop.
Stop. His talent has always been there to see. Like Vinicius plays ball, bro. He brings back the streets. He brings back the streets on the field, right? People might say, but you can't kill that type of football. I think if we should be very careful about strangulating such types of footballers, because they are very rare in this modern game. Most footballers we see now are just system footballers, right? And that's why they go to other teams and they struggle. We cannot kill players like Vinicius. No, that's one of the last of those breeds that are coming through the young production line. I will not. Yeah, I think he's a very, very, very good player. I think the future is bright. If he wins the World Cup with Brazil this winter, Yeah, he only kicks on because he has a Champions League already. He has La Liga's.
Abdullah, before
Yeah.
you move on,
Mhm.
one player we haven't even brought up is Valverde. Valverde for me will have a huge impact on the game against Barcelona.
I agree.
I agree.
Valverde is also a guy with powers too.
Ancelotti's a fraud.
Stop.
Ancelotti cannot be a fraud if he's won.
Fraud.
He's won 5 league titles in the top
Right.
5 leagues, and he has won 4 Champions League titles. There's
No.
no coach on
Why
this
didn't he
green
win that
and
with
blue
Everton?
earth that
Why
has
didn't he win
won
that
more
with
Champions League
Everton.
titles.
Wait, hold on. Astaghfirullah. Did you just say Everton?
Fabricio, stop.
Yes. If he was a great coach, why didn't he win anything with Everton?
Stop.
Why?
Stop.
Who will win anything with Everton? Who?
Fabricio, stop. Fabricio,
Who will you
stop.
take to Everton right now that will win something, Fabricio?
Fabricio.
There's no. He just said Everton.
Mourinho.
Even if you take
Mourinho with
Pep,
200 million
even
can
if
win
you take
something.
Pep to
I
Everton,
will,
he ain't winning
Fabricio, I
nothing.
will use Arium word for you. Arium usually said there's something called hierarchy. Stop.
Yeah, you
Respect
can't win.
hierarchy.
Nobody's going to win
You
anything
heard
with
what
Everton,
Mourinho
bro.
said about Ancelotti. He
Relax,
always
man.
inherits other people's teams.
No,
What
he
really has he
doesn't.
changed?
His AC Milan. Wait, hold on. Before you say his AC Milan team in 2002, 2003, they won the Champions League. That was his team. He built that team from
With
scratch.
who? Seedorf and are you talking about Seedorf and
Yeah, he
who else?
bought those players. He brought them into the team and molded them and played the Christmas tree system. Up to
Guys,
today.
I want to say something.
Oh, wait, Abdullah, wait. Let me. Ancelotti's on my mark. See, up till today, no coach has cracked the Christmas tree system. Not even Pep.
Pep is a fraud. We know that.
Relax,
well,
stop.
yeah, but I don't know. But
Relax.
the Christmas tree system that Ancelotti has used to win most of his Champions Leagues
Mhm.
and even his league titles, I've not seen any coach. It's undefeated, right, in Europe, and even most coaches will tell you they don't understand how he moves. 4-3-2-1. He plays it in such a way where you can't. You keep chasing. You keep chasing the grass.
I want to say something, guys. Carl, welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
Carl just won his game 7-1, man.
Carl, I just saw.
Thank
Wait. I saw something online about judging club.
Thank you, Emmy. Thank you.
Judging club talking about we don't have the money to compete with the
I
masses.
saw it, man. I saw it. But
Club.
Abdullah, but
I want to say something.
Should they tell all of us?
Judging club. Judging club.
Hold
Judging.
on.
How many times did I call you? 3
Abdullah.
times.
Are you listening to that?
But they always tell us that they have the best players, the best goalkeeper, the best right back, the best defender, the best striker, the best mid. They have the best players in the whole world now. So why is he complaining about what's going on?
I don't know. Club does this a lot.
Klopp always has something to complain about. Like, the guy is a complaint maniac. Like, he has actually, he has complained about the grass. He has complained about everything. There's nothing Klopp has not complained about in football, right? So, him coming to say you guys are the most expensive. I know, well, on paper, yeah, you guys might be the most expensive team on paper, but we've seen expensive teams before that that don't click and don't connect and don't win anything. Right?
I have a question for everybody. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to give that Everton team to Mourinho, Pep, and Ancelotti, who has them? Who's likely to finish the highest on the table in Premier
None
League?
of them. If you don't spend money,
Frank Lampard.
If you don't spend money, none of them.
If you don't spend
because
money,
that
no
Everton team, they will concede goals and they will not score enough goals to win you matches, and that's just a fact.
No, okay, but I want you to answer my question. Who do you think will finish top of on the table if they had those players, no new players, no 200 million spent between those three coaches?
Between Pep, Mourinho, and who?
And Ancelotti.
Probably Mourinho, because he's the best at playing KG football.
Yeah, you have to play KG football and play even playing on the break. Who's going to break for that Everton team?
So you say Mourinho, Jose Mourinho?
This boy can break now. That boy, no, this boy can break now. The boy from Leicester. The boy from Leicester can break, man. What's that boy's name? The boy from Leicester. He can break, man.
But guess what? He's one-dimensional. You'll just let him run every time to the throwing line.
No, but yeah, true. I see
Shout out
that.
to
But
Gordon. Gordon can do it as well.
Oh my God,
Gordon, yeah, that's true.
Gordon.
Nah, he's playing well so far. Let's
No,
give him
no,
credit.
no, no, no. he's
Antonio
not.
Oluwasegun Gordon. This is okay.
Olo
Relax. No comment.
Gordon. Nah,
No comment. Carl,
he ain't good enough.
Man City, Liverpool.
Yes, sir.
Where's your head at?
My head is okay. I'm totally okay. Second against 10th now.
So you're comfortable enough to collect.
Second against 10 with the 13 points behind. What am I afraid of?
No,
No, I'm just saying.
Liverpool.
So you're comfortable enough to collect Woto.
No.
No,
How,
I mean,
how many? I think the question should be how many goals is Haaland scoring?
even if the way I look at it is that here's how I look at it, right? Is you play second versus 10, 13 points behind. You give me hand, you're playing Chelsea, which you're not going to win. So we're talking City Arsenal now, top of the league, or City Chelsea now. Okay, we begin to talk, but the result is irrelevant at this point. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also
for
think,
who? For Liverpool?
I see what you're saying. I see
For
what
both
you're
teams.
saying.
but yeah, I think for Man City, right?
It's irrelevant. Yeah.
Hold on,
No,
I missed the point.
The result to City is irrelevant because, I mean,
There's
Liverpool
enough
are 30
buffer. There's enough
So
buffer.
are you saying that you guys are going to throw Liverpool to the bottom half of the table?
No, he's saying that even if they lose, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
That's
What
the
if
kind
they
of
win?
credit. That's the kind of credit they have in the bank.
yeah, because
They're stepping into the game just relaxed.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they'll
Okay.
destroy Liverpool, man.
Carl,
I
Man,
mean, the reality. Here's how I see the game. Right? The reality is that Liverpool have to fight. This is their last. If they get
Exactly.
right,
Exactly.
they're out. I mean, they're buried. There's no chance.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah,
if Arsenal win,
they
then
can't
Arsenal are
afford
going
to
to be
lose
16 points
another
ahead
game. Yeah.
with the game in hand, and the game in hand is against Chelsea. They're dead, right?
Mhm.
City win, City go 16 points ahead. It's collapsed. It's done.
It's curtains, man. It's curtains.
So
Yeah.
do I see us losing? No. Do we get a point? Probably, right? Because Liverpool wants it, but it depends on what he plays. If he plays that 4-2-4 system against City, 3 versus 2 midfield, he's gonna get killed.
you will get
But
beaten.
I called Liverpool to win, okay?
Yeah, I think that's your opinion now. I respect that.
3-0.
Going to be a draw.
3-0.
2-2.
Yeah.
Liverpool will play tomorrow. Klopp is gonna turn to Mourinho. Watch.
No. The beauty about
See, let me not lie to you, eh?
about this guy is that
If Klopp collapses his line to a mid block or low block and gives Man City the ball, they'll eat Liverpool because Liverpool cannot defend right now.
there'll be goals in this
Their
game.
their defensive synchronization is really.
I
poor.
don't want to overreact when I say this, and I'm not joking. There is no way that Manchester City don't get a result there because if Fulham should have won that game.
Yeah, Fulham did
If
it.
Fulham can outplay Liverpool, healthy team,
and
there's
Hanfield.
no way Manchester City don't pimp slap them 4-0. Minimum I'm playing it safe. I don't want to get disrespectful. I'm saying 4-0, but in my heart, I know they're going to get sacrificed. 7 something. It's going to be 7 something.
I get what you're saying.
Nobody has scored more than 4 goals in Anfield in the Premier League in a long
It
time.
might- Sunday might be the day.
Hold on, Sage.
No, nobody has. Nobody
Emmy,
has.
the way I look at this game, Emmy, is that
Nobody has scored more than no opposition team has scored more than 4 goals in Anfield.
I mean, Brighton went there. Brighton
and
They scored 3.
That's fine, but the circumstances are different. They need a win. They're desperate.
They need to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Burnley beat Chelsea 4-0 and they got relegated.
Wait,
what's the context?
Exactly.
It's not about who you beat or who it's what's in front of you on game day.
On game day.
No, it's what's at stake.
But the reality is that if City play to their level, they slap Liverpool. They just slap them.
Exactly.
We're talking 3-4. If they play to the level, if they mess around and the manager does stupid stuff with the tactics or the formation, and he plays Gundogan, he plays Mahrez, then forget it.
Klopp has to be Mourinho tomorrow.
If he plays his strongest squad, I mean, everybody's on fire, they slap them. Last year, the 2-2, both games. The reason why we didn't win those games is because we had Sterling or we had Jesus who were missing goals for fun. Right? This year, we have
Leave
guys who,
Sterling alone, man. Sterling don't go. Leave him, I beg.
because they talk about what happened last year now. Not last year, not be this year. This year, a different case now. But the point is that, you know, you want to kill her in the box. All those chances we would miss anyhow. One-on-one with keeper, with a miss her. Jesus, one-on-one with keeper, you go miss her. Right? In don't try, sir. Gotta finish your dinner. If you finish your dinner against Liverpool, you're in.
Yeah, and that stupid line they play.
Liverpool getting a red card. Vote with your feet.
Think about. Think about.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised there's a red card in that game. Who is the referee?
Chelsea game, right? Think about the Chelsea.
Anthony Taylor will referee on Sunday.
Think about the Chelsea Liverpool game, right? Both
Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, he's the referee. Yeah,
he's going to give a red card. That guy's a fool.
Fabinho starts that game.
And so,
if you think about the
Fabinho can't get around the field as much as he used to.
No, but Fabinho will contain Rodri.
Excuse me.
Him and Rodri are not. No,
excuse me.
Fabinho should be thinking about De Bruyne on his left and Gundogan on his right.
Contain Rodri. De
Bruyne. Right.
No, hold on. Right? He's not going to play against Rodri.
Emi, wait. Who is Liverpool's midfield? He's going to play Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho.
Probably Elliot instead of Fabinho.
Okay, it's play Harvey Elliott. You want to play Harvey Elliott?
No,
Henderson?
you don't do Harvey Elliott. That's not the experience you need. You have to. Fabinho has to play that game.
Cannot carry the ball.
So, Blue Eyes, you're going to play Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago against De Bruyne, Bernardo, and Rodri.
Yes.
Okay, good luck.
You know why? You know why I'm going to do that? Anyways, it's because I will bring in this guy. Salah has to now come in on that right shoulder and to help that midfield so that it forces, because you need to force Man City players to defend. You need to add more to their responsibilities. So you need to bring an offensive threat like Salah to drift in just a bit so that they will pay attention to him, because if we don't pay attention to him...
Wait, my question is, why is Klopp complaining?
Blue Eyes, the problem is not Liverpool's attacking. The problem is Liverpool's defending.
Yes.
Can you keep Foden?
No, but the problem... Yes, but listen, Liverpool wants to...
Out the box.
Carl, Liverpool wants you to get into a scoring match with them.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is that, in terms of control, I trust Rodri, Bernardo, and De Bruyne better than the three of Liverpool midfield. Elliott, Henderson, and Fabinho.
Yeah, but that's on paper. You're just doing that based
on.
No,
if you watch it, you can tell.
It's a fact. It's the better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching Liverpool closely since because I enjoy the tears. And when I tell you, Henderson, Abdullah, what do you say? Roadrunners?
Yeah.
Henderson is not a roadrunner. He lives in the roads. He lives there. He doesn't run on the road. He lives there. I have no idea what this guy does on a football pitch. He doesn't pass. No, he doesn't tackle. He doesn't shoot.
Hendo, please call him Hendo. Don't call him Hendo.
The thing is, Liverpool. I think one advantage they have. Pep plays a high line.
Same with Liverpool too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Liverpool tomorrow will have to change. They cannot go head to head with these guys. So make use of Firmino and make use of Salah.
No, you're forgetting, right?
Will Klopp change? That's what the question. Will he change? Will he?
I think he has no choice unless he's going for suicide.
We shall wait on Sunday.
Listen, the problem is Firmino and Salah will light up any back line, especially when City played out their high line. Firmino and Salah.
How come they haven't lit up Brighton's high line?
No, but no, you're right.
Fulham's high line.
It's true, but
Man United's high line or Arsenal's high line.
Hold on.
Does Man U play high line? I don't think.
No, Man U doesn't.
They play high line.
No, they don't.
Let me.
Did you guys know that Liverpool have not beaten a top 4 team in over 2 years?
Carl, you're not listening to what I'm saying, Carl. This game,
are you serious?
Carl, hold on, Carl. This game,
serious one.
No, form is not. You guys are talking like you have no. You guys are talking like you don't know how this
game works. Okay, last year, they played Liverpool, Chelsea twice.
Carl,
draw.
Let me help you. A game like this needs no form. Form is out of the window.
They played Tottenham twice. Didn't beat them.
Carl, form is out of the window. Don't say that loud.
United were not even in the top 4 last year. So they haven't actually beaten a top 4 side in the past.
That's when you should worry.
No, they can't see.
That's when you should worry, Carl.
Guys, I'm telling you categorically, Liverpool
We'll
They
be
get
back here
drawing.
when is that
smart,
game?
they
When is the
try.
game?
On
When is
Sunday.
It's on Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah, now we'll see now.
You know the funny thing is that I was actually more
They
worried.
cannot.
I
They
was actually
cannot
more
see
worried
draw.
about the United game
Okay,
than I am
now
about
no
this
yawa.
game.
They can't see draw.
No yawa now.
At least 4 goals. At
Abdullah,
least 4.
when is your next stream after that show?
It's
So,
on
on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. You're
Okay.
streaming on Sunday, right?
Sunday, what
Yeah.
time?
On Sunday. Same
Same
time
time.
as today.
Yeah.
I want
So-
you all to subscribe to me. I have a channel going on.
Fabrizio Romano, for real?
Yes.
Would that
Because-
takes?
Huh?
No, sir.
What's the
Would
channel?
that takes?
It's called Fabrizio Romano. Check.
Nice.
Let me go
Nice.
check YouTube.
I'll
this.
subscribe. I'll check it out.
Abdullah, you can put it on the chat.
You talk football.
Wait, who's the person? I just want to say something. Who's the person I keep saying form is out of the window?
I didn't see you on
Me.
YouTube, Fabricio Bromano.
Form
Yeah.
is out of the window, man.
I'll send you. Don't worry about it. You'll find it later.
Look, I would agree with that statement if Liverpool were at least 60% of themselves, because Man City's most important game in the last 3-4 years, in the most important last 2 games in the Premier season was Liverpool. Now it's Arsenal, which are doing good. I'll give credit to them. Liverpool, in any department, midfield, attack, defense, they're not doing well. They're average at best. There is no way that you think the best team in attack, midfield, and arguably defense will not pimp slap them. I'm sorry. There isn't anything to suggest
No,
that
but
Liverpool have a chance.
How do you have so much confidence for a game that hasn't even aired? Like
Oh my God.
I'm confused. What is giving you this kind
Because
of
they have a
How do you
robot
have confidence,
that
Bryce?
scored more goals before 100 touches.
No, I don't.
That's
don't
why.
know.
Bryce, how do you have confidence?
I just because it's a Cinderella story. It's a Cinderella story, and Cinderella story is always like this is a case of David and Goliath.
But you know that, Bryce, you know that Cinderella is not real, right?
Hey, I'm African. When I was reading it, I knew it was real. Cinderella was
Emily, what's that?
Emily, what's that? Bernard, what are you sending to me? What is Bernard sending to me? I'm suspecting Bernard. What's Bernard sending to me?
Anyway, back to that.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's true. Fabricio Bromano is on YouTube.
Don't play. I'm serious.
Chelsea hasn't really tested on that Potter.
There's no
Guys,
video. Keep talking. Let's do that later.
oh, it's video. Oh, people want guys, people so scared of Fabricio Bromano.
I'll be big as
Guys, this is
show the one
Fabricio
with my
Bromano.
face.
Guys, this is
Show the one with my face. Don't listen to
Fabricio Romano, what's going on, man? Which kind of video is this? Where are you now? Where's the content?
Hold
It's a
on.
black screen.
The one today was audio.
Oh, it's audio.
okay.
Okay.
It's
Audio,
audio.
okay.
So
That was audio.
my
Relax.
gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, this is Fabrizio Romano. I want to give you a quick assessment or my opinion of what I think about Graham Potter.
I love the introduction. It's like a
so
news
far
anchor.
as the Chelsea's current head coach. He's presided over 4 games now, I believe, or 3. 4, I believe.
Jesus.
And he had 1
Nice.
draw and 3 wins. Now, there are clearly improvements since he took over,
Thank you.
but conclusively,
Do I have
I can't say that he has really done a
Fabricio,
huge
they
change.
say, do you have light?
Well,
Do you live in a
there's little tweaks and little information
filming the closet.
and player position that has helped Chelsea get results.
This is a
But
raw station.
Nice.
I can't quite say that that's the reason why Chelsea
I
got
have
the
watched
results. If you
videos.
look at the games that Chelsea have played, especially against AC Milan, the first leg when they came to Stamford Bridge, AC Milan was suffering from a lot of injuries, which led to that loss.
Oh, so this
You know,
is where
a lot
you
of the players, I
package
think
your
7 players
I see.
of their first 11 were not available. And in their second match, AC Milan, they were done dirty, to be honest with you. That Tomori red card was not supposed to be a red card. It might be a penalty, and even that will be a soft penalty. So it kind of ruined the game and gave Chelsea a chance to be dominant throughout the game. and eventually win the game 2-0. The Salzburg game was the real test, and it was Potter's first game, and we saw that there was not a lot of changes. There was not a lot of difference between the previous coach, Tuchel. Well, a little tweaks, like I say, but Chelsea did what they did before and conceded a goal. The game against, let's see who we played against again. I forgot the Premier League. Wolves. The Wolves game, Wolves also, if you look at the Wolves game, Wolves, they don't have a head coach. They just fired their head coach. So they were playing out there with actually no real identity. And again, Chelsea were dominating that game, and they scored 3-0 against Wolves. So to be fair, the ad tweaks that Graham Potter made, like I say, but it's not enough to say that, okay, this guy.
I can't believe you guys are listening to it.
Totally from what.
We have to show support.
You speak like an American. I have to support my brother.
You want me to speak like an African now?
Wait, I didn't have a chance to speak on the whole Chelsea thing. You guys were talking about momentum and stuff. I'll say it real quick. Of course, Chelsea under Potter have been challenged yet because our fixture is looking like the only challenge we have coming up is Man United. But at the same time, there have been improvements. One thing I'll give credit to Potter is the attack is actually aggressive now. Like we actually it looks like we want to score in the first 5-10 minutes. We're not just waiting for the team to attack us and then react. What else do you call it? We're actually flooding players inside the box. There's actually movements inside the box now. It's not just players roaming around inside the box, passing it to the wing backs and then crossing inshallah. He's actually coaching the attack, which is a positive thing. And shout out to Aubameyang. I don't want to overreact yet with Aubameyang, but when that guy strikes the ball, it gives me confidence. Especially Broha as well. When Broha strike that ball, it gives you confidence because I haven't seen players that strike the ball like that since Costa. You can tell somebody will score goals by the way they strike the ball. So I hope he gives Broha more minutes. And Aubameyang, I hope he continues his form because this attack is clearly improving. But at the same time, I think Reece James will be a massive miss. But I don't think I wouldn't say the timing of the injury is a massive thing for Chelsea because I prefer that he gets these injuries now instead of like April or when football actually matters at the end of the season when we need to get results. So the time of the injury has helped us. But I also hope that he's not out for like 6 months or the rest of the season. That's one thing I don't
We'll
hope.
probably know after the surgery tomorrow. I messaged Steven already, so he hasn't. Steven said we'll probably know tomorrow, so I'm waiting for Steven. We'll probably see though. We'll see. Carl, a Clasico tomorrow. What are you looking for? On Sunday, what are you looking for?
I'm all looking. This is Madrid's going to win now. What are Barcelona going to do? Not doing anything now. Not doing anything. Where's the game going to be at?
On Santiago Bernabeu.
Right, the game is over now. Where's that time?
Okay, yes. You think so? I call Barcelona in that game, Carl.
Eric Garcia is going to play.
Yeah.
Eric Garcia and Piqué.
But Jules Koundé is back. We might play right back.
Jules Koundé is not fit. Jules Koundé is getting injured again, and he's frankly it's an above average.
If somebody like Vinicius catch Jules Koundé.
You tear a hamstring again now. What are you talking about?
Vinicius is licking his lips against the matchups.
You know what Ancelotti said?
This Koundé thing is all hype. Koundé was built up to be this superstar defender. He ain't. He's not. The guy is good. He's above average, but he ain't.
Don't mind Chelsea fans.
The next Maldini.
I was part of them, but I have to apologize.
Chelsea fans can hype. My goodness. I'm like, let's see this boy. Let's actually see what he's all about.
His name is Crownju.
I mean, Madrid will win that game. I feel that they win that game.
No, I'm calling Barcelona on that one.
Okay.
Sure, but I believe Madrid will win, though. For me, Madrid will win. For me, Madrid will win because you know what Ancelotti said? Ancelotti said tomorrow morning, he has already called Xavi Hernandez to travel to Santiago Bernabeu 2 hours before the match. so you can give him cutlass and is it rake, whatever they call it in Spanish, to check the Bernabeu Stadium. So when they beat them, they won't complain that the stadium is not good enough. Absolute is mad. He is a madman. I was like, Absolute, what are you doing? Are you trying to play games with Xavi Hernandez now? What's going on?
Well, it's an action-packed weekend, man. A lot of football.
This weekend, plenty matches.
Speaking about Spain, I looked at the potential of having in the Europa League Atletico, Barcelona, Roma, who was again? Some crazy teams.
Juventus,
Tottenham or Marseille. I mean, it's just Europa League don't become Champions League Part 2.
Guys, official. Guys, we'll be doing an Europa League game show every Thursday.
Oh boy, me and Europa jump and pass. Try! I can't do anything in Europa. What am I going to be discussing about in Europe?
Why?
But the new draw, the new European setup is that the teams that drop from Champions League play the second best teams in Europa.
I know, but at the same time, though, there's a difference between high school and secondary school.
I know, but Blue Eyes, to help the content and for entertainment, we have to do it.
I know, of course, but I'm just saying, chai. That's why you always want to finish top 4.
Exactly. We have to do it for entertainment and content. So we'll know
want to be in the top.
We'll know who to clown. I'm
telling you.
Every Thursday. But before we run the Blue Eyes, give a shout out Francis Uzoho. Francis Uzoho.
It was brilliant.
It was brilliant performance, man. It was so touching. It was salutations to Francis Uzoho, to his family, to his.
But Blue Eyes, this is my question. Why can't he do this in Nigerian national team?
No, sometimes. The guy stood on his head yesterday. Fantastic performance, and apparently, this guy is his hero.
David De Gea, yeah.
David De Gea.
United fans also.
Yeah, so he showed respect. All those things that's the sign of a young, growing professional. He was respectful. He put on a great
Nigeria we are very.
They finished him. I know. I was reading some comments.
Somebody said yesterday, they were on Twitter, I said, Francis was all world class, United. You need to keep an eye on him. You know what somebody tweeted? Somebody tweeted, I beg, brother, no cast Ambo.
It's true.
No cast is all home. Because they said it was a 23 years of age. The man can say, are you sure? No cast Ambo.
No, he had a big game yesterday. Big game.
Yeah, very good game.
Very good game. Yeah, all over. Like I think
because so far rating gave him 9.9.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so far rating gave him 9.9. 12. He has 12 saves yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, 12, and they gave him 9.9 so far rating.
Is Benzema fit?
Ooh, Benzema. Yeah, he's fit. Yeah, he's fit.
That means a lot when Benzema is fit.
Abdul Francis Uzoho, our Nigerian brother. Abdul, talk, our Nigerian brother.
Sorry.
Always eating in the middle of the night. I'm suspecting the Abdul.
What is he eating? Roast bread. Roast bread with fried jam.
So you can. Your wife can be cooking for you.
What has wife got to do with food, man?
Because sometimes when you cook, you might cook bomb food or food that is not done, undone food in the middle of night.
Which wife go cook for you for 3 o'clock in the morning?
Okay.
They can cook and microwave it for you.
All right, man.
You microwave it by yourself.
Oh. Anyway, it's my I was just having some hot chicken from yesterday, so
yeah, you see.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I say?
At 5 o'clock in the morning, you're having hot chicken in UK. Hi, life is good though.
Life is good. Abdul.
Well, now for money that they chop out for US.
Thank God me I'm married, so I'm not worried. My wife gonna cook food for me. I'll just microwave my own and eat. So don't worry, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. See, you know.
Abdullah, you're lucky, man. So
ask Carl. Carl is our baba. She's already married already, so you understand.
What are you asking me?
Like, not
Huh?
We said Abdul to go and marry that he's eating in the middle of night, and I told him to go and marry. That is good when your wife cook for you in the night, so you can microwave it when you wake up in the midnight. Rather than cooking your food undone and burnt.
No comment.
exactly. Anyway, so sorry on the
Before I
Uzoho
get in trouble.
on the Carl, be careful of this live stream, man.
Yeah, and you know my missus around me, so I can't talk. Go ahead, Abdul.
On the Uzoho thing, man.
Yeah.
No, I think the guy is really young because I saw him in the under seven.
Abdul, are you sure he's 23 years of age?
No, let me finish now. Let me finish now. Allow me to finish.
Go ahead.
He played in the under 17
Mhm.
in 2013, and you could tell he was like a really young kid. The problem with Uzoho is I don't really know what is Uzoho's problem because I think he has potential to be a top keeper, but his performance sometimes he has this element of um, amateurness, as if maybe somebody just picked him from the street to be in between the post. And sometimes he performs, and sometimes he makes too many, amateur, mistakes. So I don't really know what is this kid's problem. I think he needs to find a proper club where he needs to be properly trained, and then he needs to be a first keeper because I think there's element of confidence in his performance as well sometimes. So the guy was elated yesterday after the match. You would
9.9
think,
super rating.
yeah,
Square straight.
you would think his team had won like 7-0 at Old Trafford. You wouldn't know his team actually lost the game.
Mhm.
But I suppose he was, pleased with his own performance, and playing in Old Trafford is a boyhood dream. You
Yeah.
can't really blame him.
Yeah.
So I like his performance, but I hope he can. I don't know. He has to find a proper team. All this playing in Cyprus is not it. To be honest, I don't know where he's going to find a proper coach to coach him. I think that's what
Do
he
you have
needs.
anything in mind that you think can buy him and can nurture him and become that top goalkeeper? Which team in the world right now?
Um, I think
In terms of development.
maybe for now he should be maybe in some kind of Dutch league or
Mhm.
what's it called, Belgian league, or maybe even in German league. He has potential to be in any of these clubs, but the problem is if you're not a starter, then it's sort of like you can only train as much because he was in Deportivo before,
Deportivo La Corona.
and
Yeah.
and obviously he wasn't starting, and then I don't know, maybe he had issues. He had to,
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe he had
No, they loaned him to Nicosia. Ammonia Nicosia, whatever their name is.
or is he on loan now?
He's on loan, yeah.
Or from Deportivo?
In Deportivo La Corona, yeah.
Or obviously, if they're loaning him out, maybe they see potential in him then. So maybe someday he can find his way back, but it
Mhm.
has to be quick, because he's still in his early stage.
Oh, and vote for Ortiz. Do you think his career can go down the Edward Mendy route, become a late bloomer in his early 20s?
No, it's difficult to see when somebody's going to boom, but the most important thing is he has to be in a very credible league and a very good team, and he has to be a starter. I don't understand this late boomer. I think Edward Mendy was just unlucky with his career, you know. And so, for example, somebody like what's his name, Vincent Nyama.
Yeah.
The first time I saw Vincent Nyama was in the 2002 World Cup, and he was, I think, 20 then or 21. and I immediately knew he had potential and he could be a top keeper, but he didn't find his way into a quality team in Europe till like about maybe 10 years later. So it's not easy, you know.
Mhm.
But he has the potential, but I don't know. He needs a lot of things, man. He needs a lot of ingredients. He needs a lot of uh
This is a picture with him and David De Gea yesterday. He was talking. So De Gea is his role model.
oh wow. Okay,
Mhm.
so I suppose that's after the game then.
After the game, yeah. They applaud him after the game.
Uh, yeah, so maybe you see that this kind of setting
Mhm.
would have actually really suited him, where he's maybe a second keeper to a decade in a big club, and
Mm.
he's being drilled regularly by top coaches,
Mhm.
and
But when last did United have an African in their team? It's been long ago. The last time I could remember an African team is this. What's his name of this guy? Is it Jemba Jemba? Is it
Yeah,
Jemba Jemba?
yeah, that's
is
a
there
very good
nobody like
question.
recently?
Like an
That's a
African
good
player that I play
question.
for
Yeah,
United.
that's
The
a
one I
good
can
question.
remember in my head is Jemba Jemba.
That's a good question.
Is it
Wow.
Jemba Jemba?
Think. I have to think.
If I'm not mistaken, I have to check. Oh,
What
I
about
can't I can't
Quinton
remember,
Fortune?
but
Quinton Fortune is from where?
I think it's
it's
from
South African, Coutinho
Yeah,
Fortune.
yeah. South
But
Africa.
that was before Jemba Jemba.
before
That
Jemba
was
Jemba.
before Jumba Jumba, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really count, you know.
Because the
There's
only one
always
I know in my head is Jemba Jemba. The United doesn't have an African player in that team, though. Oh, somebody said Elanga. Elanga play for Jamaica.
Mhm.
Elanga's from Jamaica, so and Jamaica is
Elanga,
not.
Elanga is not Jamaican. No. What are you talking about?
He plays for Jamaica. Oh, he plays for them.
Who?
Elanga,
Which Elanga are you talking about?
United.
United.
He plays for Jamaica?
Yeah, he plays for Jamaica. Don't you know that? Yes, he plays for Jamaica. Yeah,
Yes. But Elanga is Cameroonian. That name is Cameroonian.
yeah, he's playing for Jamaica now.
So, man,
He nationalized himself to Jamaica.
so he follow his mother.
No. Odion Igalo.
No, Elanga.
Elanga,
No,
yeah.
Igalo, African player.
No, we're
Yeah,
talking about
Igalo
Elanga.
60. Oh
Elanga.
yeah. I remember. Odon Igalo play for United. Yeah, but
Oh
it was
yes.
on
Oh
loan.
yes, that's true. Odon Igalo. Yeah, but Odon
Oh,
Igalo
sorry,
came.
my bad. Elanga is from Congolese, but he played for Sweden national team. My bad. Apologies.
Okay,
Yeah,
something like that. There you go.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you, vote for it. Thank
I
you.
thought he was Cameroonian. Okay, so he's Congolese. Okay.
Congolese. Thank you. Now he
So
play for
there
Sweden.
you go. It's our own Igalo that has recently played
Yeah, Odon
for
Igalo. Yeah.
United.
Yeah, but that was more of Igalo came to Manchester United to play golf.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah,
still played.
he
That's what
did.
I'm saying. The only player I can remember in my head is Jemba Jemba.
Yeah, maybe Jamba.
That's the only one I can remember in my head. Though. So
Quinton.
if it was always an African, so maybe a team that you are sure that they can nurture African team, that African is more plenty in that team, like an Arsenal, Chelsea. So those are teams that have an African in their team. Newcastle too have an African in
No,
their team.
but the thing is, with that performance,
Mm-hmm.
clubs will have taken note of him.
Mm-hmm.
It now depends on
Who wants to buy him?
what kind of agent he has. Like Blue Eyes always says, it
Mm-hmm.
depends on
It's true.
how how efficient
Yeah,
is
because
Oh,
this is a time to sell. This is a time to
I
sell.
said you are right. Oh, you are right.
What?
Elanga's from Cameroon.
Oh yeah. Okay. There you go. Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
his father played for Cameroon national team.
Yes, something like that. Okay. Good. I wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for to your feet. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't. You know what? Even with the Cameroon, I wasn't even 100% sure. But I know I had heard Cameroon. But thanks for confirming, bro. But his last name alone is you can tell is Cameroonian. French speaking or Anglophone. That's a French speaking name, Francophonie.
But Abdul, yeah, like I said, my problem with Zoe is consistency. That's my issue with him. He has to be consistent.
No, he has a lot of problems more than just being consistent.
A lot. I agree.
Sometimes,
Because
sometimes he.
yes, you remember that we did the watch along in the AFCON now, and even the
Yeah,
World Cup qualifier. I was pissed off with Uzoho. I was mad.
he had some bad games, man.
I was very angry
He had
because he
some
was
bad.
making some weird ass decision makers. Like, what's going on with this man?
Oh, there's something about all these Nigerian players and their stars starting to shine. Maybe you know what? Some people like there. Some people you think are not ready, but one day they will just wake up
Mm-hmm.
and start. And I have a funny feeling we're going to see Kai Havertz do that very soon.
Yeah,
From nowhere, Kai Havertz is just going to start growing into his own.
exactly. It happens. Calabar is someone that started is like a low starter. Then when he pick up,
Look at all these boys. Look at that team, Bournemouth.
mm-hmm,
Look at
from
all those
nowhere,
guys, Billings.
from
Those
nowhere,
bad boys,
they are
man.
eight in the table. They are above Liverpool.
Yo, look at Billings. I remember Billings when
Yeah,
Billings started. Billings looked like
yeah, above
a
Liverpool.
construction worker.
Mm-hmm.
Now Billings is a bad man.
Yeah, they are above Liverpool.
And good thing about with Billings as well, Billings is a big boy, man. So he's got size.
Mm-hmm.
He can bully you as a striker, man.
Yeah.
So a lot of these kids are coming into their own. Who knows?
Exactly, and I'm impressed with the way the EPL is being summed up. The TV, especially the TV right, the way they organize it and everything is more entertaining
What
to
do you
watch.
mean? Which TV rights?
Like I'm talking about the way the EPL is being broadcast. Like how do I put it? The way they broadcast it, unlike before.
Yeah.
Controversy. That's what makes
Mm.
EPL more interesting.
Oh, okay.
Controversy where
Oh,
you
you
can
like the
swear,
country? True, it's true. We have
you
the
can
best story.
swear.
EPL has the best storylines.
So much of Antonio Taylor, I will never forget him. Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea. Ha! Oh my God.
But yo, listen, for this weekend we're going to see some good games, though.
Yeah. Especially, but why didn't they put Chelsea match and the rest of the match on Saturday, then Liverpool on Sunday? Why?
No, we just played Champions League now. Come on.
We play Champions League on Tuesday. Then we have how many days to recover? Then we play on Saturday.
That's why I say there's a difference between going to secondary school and going to high school.
We should have played on Saturday and let's
Actually,
forget
there's
about
three
it.
types. There's three types. There's secondary
Exactly.
school, there's high school, and then there's college.
You know why I said we're gonna be doing Europa League is because for the storylines and for what's called for so we can clown people a lot because Europa League is gonna be interesting. Blue eyes. Many teams are coming to Europa League. Oh my God.
No. The only time I start looking at Europa League, I'm sorry, is when it gets to the finals.
Quarterfinal semis.
Finals, no.
Quarterfinal semis. Quarterfinal semis. We'll be looking at it by then. Because we'll be doing watch along too. Because people want me to do watch along for.
I mean, Champions League.
I know.
Champions League, man. Sorry.
Let's honor them. Let's honor them.
Honor waiting. Honor waiting.
Let's honor them. No. At least I want to see my some team that I've not seen before. Like last season, Rangers versus Frankfurt. I didn't see them going to the final, but they went. So something like that, surprising team that you don't believe.
Let me give you an example: Rangers versus Frankfurt, or Real Madrid versus Chelsea.
Real Madrid Chelsea.
You think so?
Yes, because Madrid Chelsea is a big final where everybody be like, okay, we know Madrid is gonna win, but can Chelsea step up in the big final? Can they do it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So people, Frankfurt, Rangers, people like Woto team, they'll beat each other. But Madrid Chelsea be like Madrid Chelsea is difficult, and people like can Potter pull it off? Can I say let's win 50? So there's gonna be a lot of storyline because of the UCL final. There's gonna be a lot of storyline.
That's true.
Yeah, so many storylines is gonna be like Chelsea fans will remember last season in Santiago Bernabeu. So that last season is still gonna be ringing in Chelsea players' head, especially the fans also too. So many storylines is gonna be written, man.
A lot of storylines, my brother.
Exactly.
I'd be like, I might go sleep, man. Hail everybody. My people are here.
Sunday, guys, we'll come again, but Sunday is gonna be interesting. Early morning, guys. If you are going to school, take your coffee, drink coffee.
Carl, Abdul, everybody.
If you are married, tell your wife to cook any food for you. So you can eat very well on Sunday before you go. So all right, good night, brother. Peace.